Alright. Seems like we're ready to begin. Welcome, everyone, to the world of Drenbor. But I'm not alone. There are many people with me tonight. Fierce adventurers, warriors, magicians, wizards. Before we enter this magical land, there's a bit of story I need to tell you. All of these heroes come from various places over the lands. Many of them from Elzadar, a place to the far west of the continent of Drenbor. However, our story will begin in Grenswillish, a place to the far north, very cold and snowy most of the year. However, our heroes do not remember how they got there. But they do remember that something terrible is about to happen. Alright guys, welcome back to the Purple Watch channel. I'm here with a bunch of people, and I need to take this off because I can't fucking see. Ah! Shit. Here's a mess. That's okay.
Yeah, it's hideous. I mean...
How's it going, everybody in the channel with me? How's it going, everybody in the Twitch chat? Oh, it's so bright now, Jesus Christ. Alright. Everybody's here?
Mess.
I think everybody's here.
I'm
here.
Xuhn's here. Where'd Xuhn go?
I'm not here mentally.
Soon.
Oh, there he is! It's a Xuhn! So today with me, with
Merry
myself,
Christmas, everyone!
we have QueenieM, who's joining us, who's gonna be playing a character that we'll introduce later on. We got Frosty, who's in the wolf mask. We got Costia, we got Jonas, we got Xuhn, and we got Caroline, who's done most of the art for us today. We're gonna get a little intro piece. I'll be DMing for us. We're all in fun costumes, and who's excited?
Woo!
You say fun, I'm dying.
Oh no, my top hat.
You can take it off if you want.
By the way,
No.
happy Halloween, everyone in the chat.
Happy
It's
Halloween.
Christmas,
Happy
though.
Halloween.
Shut up, Deadpool.
You look
Also, big shout out to Xuhn for making sure he could be here because his router got destroyed from a power outage earlier today, and he's on his phone currently,
Thank
so
you.
he may have to
Great.
take off
Powering through,
headphones and
guys.
stuff like that. We will having a break about halfway through, so hopefully he can get some charge then, but it shouldn't be too
Not
bad.
so huge, but whatever.
It's
All
okay,
right.
guys. I can breathe again.
Everybody
Yeah.
press F to pay respects to my router.
Yeah, press F.
I pressed it.
Pay the respects. Oh yeah, hang on, I got it. I can't.
It looks great.
Head, though.
Good job, Caroline. I did it in the Discord chat because I didn't be bothered. Because that's what I was tapped into. Alrighty.
I can't move my head really.
Alright, are we ready to get started, folks?
Yes.
It's one moment.
Yes.
Alright.
Minute.
As you all remember, as I just said, we're starting in Grenswillish. It's a very northern town full of snow, mountains, giants, wolves, wolves, and more. Just to name a few. Not quite sure where, but that's where we're starting.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to start off with our little intro of what's currently happening with our adventurers. The Curse of the Lifeless Eye. Our story begins with a band of adventurers who come from all over the world of Drenbor. But today, they are not off exploring. Today, they are in a very cold, a very dark place. The only sound that can be heard is a slight grunting sound from a little ways away. The only bit of light is a torch at the end of the hall. Not enough to illuminate anything but a silhouette. Some of them find themselves unable to move or restricted by bars or thick metal chains. After a moment, the silhouette moves and the sound of footsteps trailing away can be heard. A few paces later, you can hear a heavy door swing open and close again with a resounding thud that plunges them all into complete darkness. Around them, the silence echoes for a moment to the sound of clicking. God damn it, I'm so close. Or rattling can be heard from where you think the silhouette was. The space is yours. What do you do?
Wait, is it dark? Can we see
Hold
anything?
on. One thing.
Uh-huh.
You don't see anything currently. Nothing at all. It's pitch black. Nothing to be seen.
Interesting. This little tiefling girl's gonna jump up and down and do dancing lights.
Well, you can't do that.
Boogie.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
There's a reason. As you find that your arms and ankles are chained to some kind of stone table, and you feel a wet, warm sensation on your back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gross.
Okay, well, Plug just tries to
Ooh.
break anything
Oh,
he
where
can.
are we?
You're in the bottom. That's all you see currently.
Okay, let me.
Can I cast
You should have
light?
put on the fog of war. That rotates.
It's glitchy.
Oh, I worked for me.
Can I cast light?
Wait, where am I?
You find Liam as Jonas. If you'd like to introduce your character to how he looks to everybody.
Okay, so Liam is wearing a plague doctor mask, obviously, a top hat. He seems to also be wearing a red cloak of some sort with a gray shirt underneath, sort of.
Sort of.
It's the nearest I could do, so that's what we're going with. He also has some gold chains
Chains.
under his cloak.
And he finds that he cannot move, seemingly from a magical spell.
Damn it!
Oh. What did we get ourselves into, guys?
You find as the rest of you start to come to consciousness, fully awakening, the other three that I have not been mentioned, the two tabaxis and the small halfling. If the halfling could go ahead and introduce themselves.
Okay, well, my character, Plugarius, he is a halfling barbarian. And
Okay, and what does he look like?
He has this weird little headband thing on his head that he just kind of wears to look intimidating and cool. He's very full of himself sometimes. And he's just basically wearing half shirt slash
Shirt.
thing.
Toga.
A toga, that's the word, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right.
and he's just overall a pretty gruff looking guy.
Okay. What about the tabaxi that is currently sharing a cell with him?
Dream where lilies drift, or Lily, is a very small but caring tabaxi, and she's wearing a witch's hat and dress, and she's also blind.
Ooh. Also, you know, there's something that usually accompanies you
Yes,
that is not currently around, and you're not sure where it is.
Yes, my flamingo.
Flamingo. Wait, hold on, I don't remember that.
I don't remember this.
My familiar, which is a raven, which I use to see through.
No, it needs to be a flamingo now.
It was a flamingo familiar in another life, I'm sure. All right. What about
It's
what
one
about
HP is gone.
yeah? What about the other tabaxi that's currently away?
In the rush, keeper of the wares. He's a tabaxi as well, and he's pretty tall. He was wearing a blue. It was Arabic style, right? Shirt.
Yeah, it was a very Arabic styled shirt. Yeah.
Yeah, a blue Arabic style shirt and white pants, and he wields a giant warhammer.
Yeah. That's currently not by his side though.
No.
Neither hammer is currently by
Neither?
his side. Yeah.
My life's
And-
over. I'm done.
And one thing that you all notice is that in front of you, currently chained to something, you hear a little bit of rattling as a little bit of light as more a rattling of something walks down with a torch. And you start to get a little light and can see each other a little bit. You see that there's right here, the human cleric seems to be trapped in some kind of magical sphere of light that seemingly is keeping him frozen, seemingly mid motion. And you also see a tiefling of some sort that's strapped to some kind of sacrificial altar. Caroline, if you could describe your character.
Her name is Zaikira. She is a tiefling. she's a tiefling bard, so she doesn't really look like a fighter at all right now. She's in a fancy dress and a nice little scarf, but you do notice that she has very large tiefling horns because she is a tiefling. She's not trying to hide this fact right now. And, you know, she probably just looks really tiny and she probably shouldn't be in this situation, but she's somehow stuck with you guys.
All right. As none of you know how you got there, you're all very confused, I'm assuming. You're all stuck in various ways. But however, one of our party has not even been seen nor mentioned. However, you hear from this chest a frantic
Oh, no! Oh,
something.
No.
However, even though they're not visible at the moment, Costia, would you like to explain what your character looks like?
Okay, so my character is a half pure elf human, and their name's Alessa, and the biggest noticeable mark would be that they have a scar from their eyebrow across their face.
As Costia has done a good job of trying not to wipe off. All right. So now that you still hear the rattling, you still hear the sound of very faintly in the distance. What do you like to do? Because you're all in a various positions.
Well, am I just chained up to a wall?
No, you're currently just in a cage.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to try and, like, break bars. I'm going to throw a temper tantrum and try and, like,
All right,
get out.
roll me an athletics check. Or I will roll it for you. But
Yeah.
because I'm rolling for Xuhn, I'm going to probably say this a lot, still, like, say it, and he'll be like, yeah. Just to confirm, that's like, yeah, okay, I'm rolling that. So just let me change my name over to him so it rolls as Plug.
I don't think there's
All
any
right,
other-
athletics. You see, as you grab the bars, you just can't quite get leverage. They're a little slimy, as you're finding out. Not sure why.
Ew.
Darn.
Yeah.
So
Can
I'm
I?
What?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Costia.
Do I have any of my weapons or anything on me?
It doesn't appear to be. There's things in the darkness around you, and you're not sure what's going on.
Gross.
Am I like in the chest?
Roll a perception check. You think that you are in something, but you have no reference point as to what you might be in. You think that you are inside of something, and then you decide to bang on the top of it frantically, starting to feel.
Do we all hear this?
Can I?
Be in a coffin.
You all heard that.
Oh shit.
Can I try to like get my feet underneath me and force the lid up?
You also notice as you're maneuvering yourself that you have around your wrists and ankles metal manacles.
But can I
Okay.
still move?
Yeah, which
They
is
attach to
you
something.
move,
in
you can move a little bit. If you're gonna try to get your feet under you, you can, but roll in athletics with disadvantage. You see, it's not too bad. You're able to kind of wiggle around to get your feet underneath you. You can't sit up at all, as you only have maybe about that much room from where you are. And you feel something slimy and wet roll across your face. You get a little bit in your mouth, and it tastes like blood.
Ugh.
Brilliant.
Tasty.
All of you
Slurp
see
it
each
up.
other, however. All of you see each other in this room, except for
That's
Costia, obviously.
hey,
I-
that's blindness.
What am I held by?
You're currently like on your back,
Uh-huh.
chained above your head and at your feet, to down on your back to this seemingly what seems to be an sacrificial altar.
Aye. Ooh, gross.
Hmm.
I'm still just trying to pry the bars open. I'm not.
All right, I'll roll you another athletics if you'd like. Not quite. You see, you're trying again. You're just like, as Queenie, your character Lily sees this small halfling just going, trying to go Hulk on these bars.
Oh, I'm loud too. I'm like grunting like.
He's like just sitting in the corner of the cage, just kind of hearing him go crazy, like, yes, yeah.
And-
Sure.
Rush, you
Never
hear
have a
this,
short
and you
person in
see
a cage.
Lily, but you know Lily cannot see you.
Aw.
Unfortunate.
What do you guys want to do? We could be stuck here the whole night if you guys don't think of something.
Okay.
I have
can't
an
really do
idea,
anything.
kinda.
You're the only one
Yo.
that's currently under a spell, but Jonas, make
Um,
a wisdom saving throw for me.
A wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, you
say.
gotta beat an 18. Or an 18 or higher.
That's please
What?
nat 20 on your first roll.
Nope, I'm sorry. I'll
Okay,
give you a chance later.
I'll be fine,
Um,
guys. It'll be okay.
Can I attempt to squash myself on one end of the box, like kind of go accordion, and then I want to use jump to put as much pressure as possible into a jump to the other side of the crate and attempt to break through.
That's not really how that spell works, but I'll say you can use it in this way. I'll give you advantage on an athletics check, which you already have a disadvantage, so it's a normal roll.
So just roll athletics.
Mhm.
Nope,
You
that was
see
worse than the
as
first one.
all of you hear a heavy boom inside the box as it shifts like a few inches.
It does not distract me from my goal.
All right, roll another one.
Oh my
Here we go.
God.
Nope. You see your arms are just starting to get it out. You're straining with that 8 inches. And you're too tired at this point. You just kind of look around, finally noticing. You notice there's someone in this cage with you.
Oh.
You just noticed for the first time. There's a female tabaxi that's wearing a witchy costume that's currently sitting in the corner, like listening to this grunting, like what is going on? Rush, is there anything that you'd like to try to do first?
I jump like 5 feet in the air, like ah!
All right, you jump, hit your head on the ceiling. Rush, what about you?
I think it's my turn to try and break these bars.
All right, let's see. Athletics, let's go.
Where's my athletics? Yeah, it's
Both. As you see, you grab the bars and you're just seeing that your other friend, the tabaxi, you just.
Oh come on!
As you bend just wide enough. It's gonna be a squeeze, but you think that's about as all you can do because you're
Ooh,
fairly
yeah.
large.
I slipped
Jonas.
out. Yeah.
Or Liam, please make another wisdom saving throw as you're sliding out of there. You can move your character token, by the way, Frosty.
Oh, it feels bad, Liam.
You start to get a headache, Liam, with that one.
Aw.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm out the cage now.
Can you please
Help.
help me?
I'm
You see
gonna
this
slam
evening?
against the box again.
I also
Okay,
think
make
someone's
it
in
an
that
athletics.
box.
All right.
And I tell this both to Rush. Fuck! We're starting off great, guys. Wow.
You bang your head pretty well, and you feel a trickle of blood, and you're not sure if it's from something in the box or it's from your own head. So, Caroline, or Zaikira, you see people getting out. It doesn't seem like they have any intention of necessarily helping you. You've never seen these
Cat
people before.
person. Please help me out.
Then talk to them.
I'm yelling this at him.
Okay, then.
Oh,
Yes,
it
cat
sounds
person? Help
sounds
me.
like I have to go over and I have to look at what's keeping her there.
You also notice the box moves again while you're next to it, as you're like.
And like I said before, I really think there's someone in that box.
We'll get to it in a second. We'll
Okay,
get
okay.
there.
Yeah. Get me out first and I'll help you out.
All right. So as you walk over towards the chains, roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. Where's?
You see, as you're looking around, you're like, yeah, there seems to be manacles on each arm and each leg, and it seems to need just some kind of key. But there's also a rune on the opposite place of where the keyhole is. Do you know anything about? Do you have proficiency in Arcana? It'll have a dot next to it.
Nope.
Okay, then you never mind. You're not quite sure. You know it's magical. That's it.
Let me out.
Are you?
Really,
going to
you
help
say
me
that
out?
as you hear Rush moving around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, there's a bug crawling up the wall.
Frosty, stay focused.
Distracted.
No, it's in the game. It's in the game.
Go ahead with
Bug.
that one.
No.
One more, Liam.
Alright,
You can
guys.
help me out, please.
Can I try to break out again too?
Yeah, go ahead.
Frosty,
From the
I got it.
cage, you just hear like a high pitched voice, like,
Hey, you cat person, come here and help me.
Do I feel any magic on my own?
Roll an
Nice.
Arcana check.
Okay.
From what you can seem to be able to tell from your position, you're looking over, you kind of can see the runes. It seems like this can either be unlocked via a key or a magic spell.
Magic spell.
As
I could do
Rush,
that.
you do hear the small voice
Can't
halfling.
cast
Hey,
spells.
over here.
Hey, over here. Psst, cat person.
As you see behind you, as a splintering of like feet come out the one side of the box. As it's like bending, splintering upwards, but not fully out, as you
Oh
see
my
someone's
God.
feet.
Oh
But also-
yeah, I
Also, you see a
forgot that
hand
Queenie
pop
is a
out the
cat
box.
person.
Queenie
Queenie
is
might think
a
I'm
cat
talking to her.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of get closer to the edge of the cage, like,
Like, hello.
no, I don't want any.
Liam, go ahead and roll another.
Oh boy. Come on, I need this. Yeah.
Oh,
There it is.
Here we go. Does this?
There it is.
help him out?
So you find as you focus yourself and you extend your arms outwards as the magic barrier around you disappears.
Okay, now can I cast some light?
Do I hear or feel this magic being dispelled and that there's a magic
Yeah.
person there? Magic person! Magic person, please come over here.
Am I out of the box or am I still
No.
stuck?
You're still like halfway. You're like you got like your calves out of the box.
Okay, can I go investigate the box?
Okay.
Try to
Nah, dude.
get
I'm
out of the
going to the
box.
box.
Oh,
No,
please!
no.
Oh.
Someone help
What are
me
you
out!
doing? Come here.
Please.
Lily
Come
gets
here.
closer
Get
to
you
the
guys.
edge.
Get out of the
Maybe
box.
Maybe not.
Lily gets closer to the edge, kind of sticking her little paws out, trying to feel for something because she heard
Okay.
footsteps. Like, please, hello, help,
I mean,
help.
you heard Rush.
Like, please help.
And you know
hello?
Rush.
Please help, there's a crazy thing in this cage.
There's a little man here trying to break.
Well, you don't
open
know
the
it's a
thing.
little
He's been-
man.
You just hear.
All
All you
He's
heard
assuming.
was this
He's assuming
grunting in
size. Okay.
he's
All right.
been
So
run-
Rush, you look down. You see like what seems to be a bunch of severed body parts and a half elf in the box.
Can I try and pull the half elf out?
Yeah, it's no problem. You just you like splinter up the rest of the wood and just pull her out, sit her down. Her hands are chained in front of her, and as well as the ankles.
Can
They all seem to be
anyone
similar.
please
So
help me
Plug is
out?
getting a little bit angry
Okay.
that
I'm gonna
he's
stand up
being
and hobble
ignored.
over to you, Carol. like hopping.
Anyone, please help me out. I'd really
Roll an
appreciate
acrobatics,
it.
Costia.
Oh God.
You're with disadvantage. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You're chained up.
Roll just a normal one more time.
Okay.
And we'll take the lower of the two. You see, you're not very stable, but you're okay at the moment as you get to your feet. Very wary of the people around you.
How
Liam,
bright
what are
is
you
it in
doing?
here?
Hmm?
How bright is it?
You're getting a little bit of light through the grating in this doorway.
Oh, fine. We'll just like.
Enough to see each other. So
Hey.
where do you put it?
I'll put it like right where I think the middle of the room is, so like around here.
Okay. You see all of a sudden it's very bright and you can see
Yes.
everything.
Magical
Except for-
person. I think you're the one that needs to help me here, please.
So really all of a sudden you can see again as
Please.
a blood-covered raven hops out of the box.
Oh.
It was in the box with me.
It was in the box with you.
That could have been bad.
And then it lands on top of Rush's head and you can see the room via Rush's perspective.
So at this point, Plug is shaking the bars since he knows that he can't rip them apart. He's like trying to wiggle them loose. He's just.
Alright, I'll let you roll one more athletics.
You're supposed to
I'll
be the
be rolling
strong
for it.
one of the group too. Feels bad.
I know. Well, I'm the tanky one.
You see as you're starting to get a little bit of a bend, but it's not enough to get your head through. You're like, come on.
Hey, you cat person,
get over here.
Can I walk over to them now?
Yeah.
I'm going over to the door.
Wait, before you come over here, my raven's just pecking at your head furiously because I'm very upset that it's taking you so long to come over here.
As you're walking over, you're getting pecked.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
All right. So
Can
as you and Plug are, I'm assuming going for the bars, right?
Yeah.
Frosty, roll
Okay.
athletics with advantage.
Athletics with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I gotta go over here. Advantage.
What's up with all the cat people?
You don't-
Racist.
You see, you just take the bend that he had. You look at each other. You grab together. There's no problem. It's like you can both easily walk out.
I love it.
How's the door look?
So Liam, as you peer out the door, roll me a perception.
Oh boy, I'm not good at those.
Oh,
Ooh.
You
hello.
look
like a
outside.
frog.
You see there are some skeletons. That was seemingly the rattling before.
Skeletons.
Would you say undead?
Yes.
Ooh, interesting.
And the one of them seems to have turned, and is looking towards the room from all the noise.
Okay, I'm ducking away from the door.
Okay.
While
I'm
he's
out.
doing that, can I do something?
Oh, jeez.
Ugh, gross.
Okay, I don't
Hey,
like
thank you
that.
for
Then
the
you
host.
see
Do I have
peering
my-
in. And you see
Wait.
a scraping against the door. It seems like a shield just.
Do I have my?
Gross.
Can
I have
Plug
my
hear
stuff
that
on me?
gurgling noise?
Mm-hmm.
He attempts to mimic it back at it as like
Alright.
a mocking form. Just,
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
And he seemingly is starts walking away, and you hear him start to go upstairs.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that worked or if he's getting jarred.
What do I have on
Well,
me?
You
Tom?
guys, there's scary sounds
I'm
and
gonna
everything,
try
but
to-
I'm still stuck. So
As you guys do
anyone
realize
help
that
me,
there is two people
please.
currently chained. One person that's chained on what you see that she can't really see is a bloody table. That's
Lily's
probably the warm
trying
sensation on your
to-
back.
Lily's trying to scooch by this little halfling that she
Yo,
can now
I'm
see.
helping
Like,
Lily
get out of the way.
I'm helping Lily out.
Okay,
I'm gonna-
you're all out of there. There's two people that currently are not out.
Can I try to use the chains on my wrist to beat them against the chains on her wrist and see if I can break them apart?
No, Dawn, let's try not.
Yeah,
to
go
do
ahead and
that.
roll athletics with disadvantage.
Oh my God.
Athletics with disadvantage.
Zaikira would hold
this
up
is
hands
gonna-
if she could, but she doesn't. She can't.
She's just
Are
like,
you saying anything?
I mean, you didn't say anything to her. You're just like,
Yeah, you're just doing it.
Oh, jeez. You said athletics with disadvantage.
Oh my
Mhm.
god. Please don't smack me in the face.
you see, I need you to roll a strength for me.
Me?
Yeah, just a normal strength. Okay, what's your AC, by the way? Doesn't matter, you're
15.
restrained. You see, alright, I need you to roll a d4.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Oh, it's gonna flail back up and you're gonna punch
You
yourself.
see, as you catch her finger and do 1 damage as it squishes it really good.
No,
Oh, I get her finger or my
No,
finger?
her
my
finger.
Oh,
I'm smiling
please
under my
stop.
Okay.
mask.
So
Okay.
Lily's
Weirdly.
gonna go over here with her raven and check things out. Because
You see that the half-elven person is currently manacled, wrist in front of them and their legs, kind of standing on the spot, while this tiefling that it seems to be very distraught is just currently like chained like this, laying on their back on a sacrificial altar.
With a broken finger.
Strong,
Yeah.
strong cat person, please. Can you come in? And I lift up my things, and I'm like, please, anyone, please.
I walk over.
tried.
I walk over
Okay.
and grab the chain to try and rip it apart.
All right,
Wow,
I'm
that's
gonna have you roll in
great.
athletics here.
That's just one true way of doing anything.
You see, as you grab one, and kunk, you actually break it off, and you're like, ah! And you go for another one, kunk, kunk, kunk.
I just smirk and like, howdy.
And you see his head is like this on the table.
Oh, the little person help me! Oh. I give him a pat on
Don't
the
call
head.
me a little person. I'll bash
You
you.
like you sit up and
Like you
Am
can
I able to
almost see
walk
steam
around?
coming out of his ears.
yeah, you're up. He got you fully out.
Oh, thank you.
Can I walk over and look at what's her name? Alessa's chains?
All right, you see that it's similar to the ones you looked at before with the tiefling. Just
Oh, okay.
they're more just like
Jonas,
that.
I don't think you can walk
Yeah.
there.
That's,
I
that's,
can walk wherever I want.
I try and
Jonas
break
walks
them
through
apart.
the wall.
Athletics, go ahead.
I can't see the
going
map.
to
Ooh.
You can
You see these
Yeah.
ones seem to be a little tougher. It's just like you're kind of looking over at the little halfling. You're like, what the heck? You just can't quite get it.
Yo, I nod over to him. I'm like, hey, can you come help with these?
I try to break them to you
Sure.
at the same
All
time.
right, so both of you are doing it together. At this
All
point,
three
so
of us, you
roll.
mean?
Yeah, so both of you. So one. Actually, each of you roll separately, and we'll take the higher of the two. So I'll roll once for Xuhn here.
Athletics.
So you see, is all three of you. You can't quite get anything, and then as you're starting, Plug comes over, and just like gets his fingers in there, just. And what do you like? It was easy for you. You got the technique down.
Yo, he's just,
I
he's
just-
just too good.
I look up at the Tabaxi. I'm like, you're the bar bender. I'm the chain breaker.
Sounds
And you
like a
see
plan,
that you
little
are
man.
free. Everybody is free in this room.
So
What do I
Um,
have on me?
You see that you don't have anything. It's all your clothing, but no weapons are left with you.
Do I
Ugh.
happen
Can
to
I look-
have an
Not cool.
instrument on me?
Mm-mm.
Okay, cool.
Can I look in the chest?
All right, make an investigation check.
Yeah,
and I
Plug
also
wants
want
to
to look
look
out
for
into the
his axe.
hallway.
Wow.
Wow.
So you see, as you look into the chest,
Our first 20.
you're like looking in. It's literally just severed limbs and hands and pieces of flesh.
Ew, gross.
Undistinguishable of race, but you know they're mostly belong to humanoids. And one thing you do notice is there's a glint of light from the light spell. You pick it up and you see a key.
Why was the key in the chest with me?
A key for what?
Are there any like clean bones in that chest, or any like sharp bones or anything that I could use?
You
As a
you look
weapon?
again, you see that it's so rotted and wet that the bones are like brittle and just kind of melt almost.
Okay. I'm gonna push past everyone and see if is this door locked.
All right, you try the door, it doesn't open. You try the key, doesn't open. It doesn't seem to be this key is for that door.
Can I remove, like, see if it's the key for the medical
Locks that I
things?
can
that are
What if
still
it was
on
for
our
the
wrist?
locks?
Yeah, we had to.
You see, you
Well,
try
we broke
those.
the
It's not.
chain.
It's not for that either.
Aw.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna put it in my back pocket or wherever my pockets are.
All right.
What does
I
Zaikira see outside in this hallway?
You see, looking out, you see that there's one skeleton looking towards this door at the end of the hall, and there's a little bit of light coming from a staircase to the left.
all right. Can I push her out of the way, and then try and lockpick the door?
right.
Excuse you, sir.
This doesn't
Can
say
I
anything.
just search the room for my axe?
Okay. Roll an intelligence check, Jonas.
I can't. Oh,
Me?
You can search for your actual perception. I will have it do it for you.
Intelligence for me.
Yeah, intelligence. You do not find your axe, but you think it might be in here. You rolled a 5.
oh, how nice. So I'm just like going full detective now. I'm like zoned in, like it's got to be in here.
You see, you start trying to pick at the door with some of the little bits of metal on your person, and you hear a as it.
Yikes.
Can I
Oh, no.
join our short halfling buddy and try to find our weapons?
Me 3.
Okay.
Can I use my raven to do that?
Yeah, you can use your raven to do that, but
I need my axe.
Liam, you see as the skeleton starts shuffling towards you.
Yo, should we roll perception?
But yeah, go ahead.
Hmm.
Put up from my raven. Little bum.
Where's perception? Yes.
Apparently, nobody cares that the skeleton is walking towards this now open doorway.
Well, we don't know.
The
You
guy
see
that
Liam
opened
as
the
he's
door.
right there, and he puts a hand on the door and just.
Oh, fuck.
All of you hear this
Oh.
now, though.
You're hiding behind me now.
No, no,
All right,
no.
hold on, let me roll for him.
Can Plug hear that?
Yeah, you just heard that as. Hold on.
Oh.
You see as it all of a sudden it turns around.
Well, that was good.
Wait,
As you see, the one in the cultist mask just kind of.
Oh,
Oh.
cool.
Oh,
how did you do
that does not convince Plug.
Oh.
He's walking towards it at speed now.
Okay,
Did I find any weapons?
Yeah.
you did not. You see,
No.
you looked the room over very sufficiently, and you see nothing.
Cool.
I'm
no.
following the dude then.
Oh,
Well, I'm following
Onward.
too.
onward and
Here we
upward.
go.
Everyone follow the
Jesus,
midget.
you just throw yourself on me.
All right.
Sorry.
So you see that this skeleton that was walking towards just kind of turned around and walks, and now just facing the door.
Hmm.
What's in that door?
So,
I don't know. Do you want to push past the skeleton to find out?
Oh well, Plug is already on his way to do that.
I'll do it.
Okay. So, Plug, are you trying to attack the skeleton?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
putting a
so
hand out.
I'm gonna have you roll.
I want to like
Well,
sprint.
he's putting a hand out like this as you're getting closer. Like,
Well,
Do not
his
attack
hand
me.
goes like over my head as I'm going past him.
I put it low because I saw your
Oh.
height.
do you stop? Do
I'm
you listen
like,
to it?
what? It's an enemy. We gotta kill people. Come on. That's how we get out of here.
He's no enemy.
What are you talking about? It's a skeleton.
If he was an enemy, don't you think he would have attacked us by now?
It's probably your voodoo, whatever.
All right,
Can you unlock the
Liam
door?
and Plug, I want you to roll a perception check.
Perception. I can't roll.
Perception.
You rolled a 7.
Oh, how nice.
Ah, Liam, yay.
Liam.
Liam, you hear something in the room. There's two things you hear. The main thing that you've been hearing faintly the whole time is just, and then it stops, and then what you hear is a little from inside the room, a slight.
Someone's dead.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So,
Is the door locked?
You try it, it opens.
Oh,
I'm going in.
that helps us out.
I'm just kind of pouting at this point that I didn't get to attack the skeleton.
Can I look up the
Yeah.
stairwell? Over this.
Okay. You
I
see the
found
door is
Liam
like
into the
that
room.
much open. Okay.
Okay.
So the first thing you see when all of you enter the room
Thank you, Mr. Skeleton.
is you see what looks to be a young girl,
You're
maybe
confused.
6, maybe somewhere around 6, hanging from the ceiling with a metal chain around her neck as blood is dripping from her hands and feet and eyes
Oh,
as it
shit.
falls on runes on the floor. It seems to be marked in a different type of incantation.
Would I know what incantation this is?
Make an Arcana check. As
Yes,
well
can
as
I also
Caroline,
check?
make an Arcana.
Okay.
Would I know?
can I make one as well?
Yes, you can.
I want to look for my axe in the room.
Nope, I have no idea.
You see, the only person that seems to have an idea is this is some kind of power siphoning ritual. As you studied a lot of runes, this is definitely something that falls within your specifications as well as death. It seems like whatever this is doing is stealing something from this person.
Oh,
Alright, whatever.
no, we need to help her.
Can
I don't care.
could I
Alright.
attempt to shove one of the chests underneath her?
Which one?
I'm looking in one of them. If
Can
I
we?
can.
Yeah. Can we?
Alright,
open
so-
the chest?
So, as you go to open this chest,
Mhm.
you put your hand on it, and eyes appear from the top of it.
Oh, it's a
Oh.
As
mess.
it grabs you,
Oh,
nope, it grabs you, and it's gonna. And I need all of you to roll initiative.
Okay.
So,
Oh, boy.
so what you're gonna do is click on your character. Click on your character.
Mm-hmm.
So it's selected. Go into your character sheet and hit initiative. Make
Okay.
sure it's selected, like highlighted.
I want my axe, man.
We have like no, we don't.
You're currently fighting a mimic.
It's
And
okay,
with our
guys.
bare hands and stuff.
No, I mean, I'm
You guys
not
are
fighting
bitch.
just my bare
Oh,
hands.
jeez.
You better hope the magic users are gonna be able to help.
Oh,
I'm right where I need.
Okay,
to
has everybody rolled initiative? I believe.
Yes.
I
All right,
haven't.
except for you. That's what I'm gonna do now. Just wanted to make sure everybody else had. Hey, you rolled a really good initiative. 19.
Oh, did I?
I think you're first.
Yo,
Oh,
Yeah.
don't
sweet.
worry. I have my finger knives.
Okay, so if I'm going first,
Well,
Plug is just gonna
technically, you're going first, but the chest is going to go right before you because it
Oh,
has a surprise round. And then I'm putting it in the proper initiative order, which is a 12 as well as Alessa. So, what it does is it bites down on you and pulls you like halfway into its mouth
Oh god.
Wait,
as it arms, no, Alessa, as its
Oh, okay.
gray, gnarled arms, slimy, and just
Oh,
as it just takes all of you by surprise as this chest just starts attacking you.
oh boy.
All right.
Okay, then.
Hmm.
Well, this isn't good.
So, just looking up one thing here.
Okay.
Okay. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
No, Alessa. With disadvantage. Sorry.
Roll it again.
Yeah, just roll another one of the same. 11. You unfortunately do not able to break its grasp as you're pulled into it, and you take. Let's see. So slash GR. You take 7 points of damage
Ooh.
as it bites down onto your shoulders as your head is inside of this thing.
Oh.
Oh my god.
My
That's
head is
unfortunate.
inside, or my feet are inside.
No, you as you like went down like this, it reached up and grabbed over your head and shoulder. So you're
Okay,
like,
so it doesn't have like super long legs. It's not like above
no,
us.
it currently hasn't stood up yet.
Okay, well, is it my
It's
like?
now
am
your
I gonna
turn.
do- Okay, so I see this person's getting all chomped on, and I'm gonna try and pry its mouth open.
Okay. Roll an athletics as you move forward, which I'll roll for you. $14. You see, as you grab it, you're able to pull it out, and it will give advantage on her turn to get out. She is not currently out. All right. Next up, I believe it will be Liam's turn. You see this
Okay.
mimic starts attacking people.
Wait, is the one in front of me a mimic as well?
I don't know. Is it?
Oh, we're fighting a mimic right now. Let's not worry about the other chest.
You know what? I'm gonna go over here.
You move away from the chest.
I'm
Near the
I'm
dead girl hanging.
it's
Okay.
fine. I'm gonna go over here
Okay.
to where the girl's being chopped,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use inflict wounds.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh,
Misses
wow.
hits me.
Yeah, that will hit. As you deal 10 necrotic damage to it. As it rises and...
Does that make it easier for me to pry the mouth open?
Nope. Not at the moment.
Darn. I tried.
All right, Alessa, it's your turn. You're currently grappled. You have to roll with this. You have to roll with just a normal roll because normally with mimics, they have a thing called adhere, which makes you roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a normal roll,
Dexterity, or what am I
Yeah.
doing?
a dexterity saving throw. As you're able to just barely pull away out as its tongue and teeth try to grate at you as you go, but you're able to get just out of range of the mouth.
Back up all the way over here.
All right, it's gonna get attack of opportunity then. Let me roll.
Oh, come on.
That's okay.
It's like as she's backing up, just right back under her
And you
head.
see as its arm tries to swipe at you and just barely misses the front of your nose. All right. That's your action and your movement. You have a bonus action.
Can I use a bonus action to look around for a weapon?
Okay. Roll an investigation. So you see over on the far table over here, there is a warhammer and a war axe. They're
Ooh.
just resting on top of it.
I'm sprinting over there.
Let's see. I don't know if you have enough movement.
I have 45.
Get me
Yeah, you're good. Okay,
And I'm
so you're
gonna-
there, but that's all you can do. You haven't
Yeah.
grabbed it yet, though.
I'm gonna shout to everyone though. There's stuff over here that might belong to you.
Okay. So now it's the mimic's turn. As it's going to turn towards the little halfling.
Yes. Wait.
And as it stands up, getting bigger than it, the chest almost
I'm
moving it
hanging off
away,
of it.
Oh
and it's
my
gonna
God.
try to grab you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw here, which I'm gonna have you do, which isn't quite enough. As you see, it grabs you and picks you up and starts.
Wait,
about to
I
put
was
you in its
I was
mouth.
hanging off of him. Like I never let go after.
All right. Well, he still grabbed you from where you were hanging on and just trying to eat you now. And I'm gonna see if it can hit. What's your AC?
I don't
Let's
know.
see. What is it? It's 16. That will just hit actually.
It's a good thing I have like 50, 60 health or
You
something.
take 8 damage.
Oof.
All right. That'll end its turn. As you see, this halfling has just been picked up. Rush, it's your turn.
Oh, it's. Can I reach up and try and pull the halfling out of his grasp?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll an athletics. Yeah, you managed to just yank him out of there and pull him to safety. And now he is not grappled anymore.
I yelled at all of you.
Yeah, is it still my turn?
Yeah, that's
I
your
was too
action.
busy getting
That's your
my
action
basket
there.
off.
Okay, now I'm running over that table.
Okay. So I think you have 30 feet of movement. You can move
Yep.
30 feet to get there.
Let's see, is that enough? 35. I guess we're going straight. Going right
Okay.
here.
All right. You're able to just to grab it. You pick up your warhammer that you know to be
Oh,
yours.
Oh yes.
And that
oh,
will
my
end
sweet baby.
your turn. Lily, it's your turn now as this mimic is thrashing about. Your rush to save them and then ran across the room to grab it.
So, I wanna do a magic missile at the mimic thing. So I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay. So-
Spell value. Here we go.
All right. So I think what is that? First level.
Yeah.
So 1d4. You just it just hits it. It doesn't seem to notice.
No.
And that will be your action. You have a
Yeah.
bonus action and movement left.
I'm gonna just kind of scooch over here because I'm
right, so-
gonna hide behind the little halfling
me
guy.
Hide behind
Okay,
that
you're
one.
still
Yeah,
good.
good luck with that.
All right, Zaikira. It's now your turn as you're in the doorway here.
This is a lot. I'm going to try to go around them.
Okay.
Because I don't need to be near this thing at all. Oh, I don't need that. I need this. So I can... I'm like alted. Let me get out of my ult. I'm gonna like go up here.
Let me check. Hey, you're good. It didn't get an attack of opportunity for you moving there, so you're good.
And then I'm going to
Oh no.
Make a decision,
I
Caroline.
know this is just hard because it's like, what do I do?
You got 5 seconds. 5.
I don't have anything to hit it with, so
4.
I'm pretty much. I think I'm just gonna stay here. I really don't have
Okay.
much.
Yeah. Alrighty. It's back to your turn, Bluegaris. As you were just yanked out of its mouth after being quickly dragged into it, then back out again, and it's like you're up with this big mimic now that's like good 5 feet tall. You're just like,
Can I
okay.
reach him? That's the question with my
You
fists.
can reach them. You can reach them.
Okay. So I see the tabaxi turn around and charge for the table and grab this giant hammer. I'm like, I follow him like as fast as my little legs can carry me. I go
All
through
right.
the table.
So it's gonna
in
get an
hopes that my
attack of
action's
opportunity as you go by. That will just hit again. Another 16. And you take 6 more damage.
That's what I'm here
Unfortunate.
for. I'm here to take damage. That's my role.
All right. So as you get over there, you grab your huge war axe, which looks ridiculous for this. It's a normal sized war axe for a human, but this halfling is like, I got this, fam. I think that will end your turn because I don't think you don't have enough movement to get back. Alrighty. So Liam, it's now your turn as this mimic is up against you as its prey has gotten mostly away.
Hey, Tabaxi, high five.
Yo, I got you.
Well, I mean, inflict wounds worked the first time, but
I mean, but
but do I want to use
so
it?
many spell slots.
I only have 4 for. Oh, I
That's
could
true.
cast it at level. I could cast it at level 2 though.
then you lose a level 2 spell slot.
Yeah, but I mean, I have those. We'll probably get along. You know what? I'm
I
gonna do
have
it.
those.
Level 2 spell, inflict wounds. Let's go.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh,
Ah.
spicy.
Guys,
How do you want to do this?
Ah, yay!
I want to just like look where I think his eyes would be. Look him dead in the eyes and just like pretty much just put 2 fingers on his eyes and like just murder him.
You see, as you reach over the back of him, you grab up on top, put your hand down on top of him, whisper a couple words under your breath with a hand motion to the other, bring the other hand down and just it just cripples up, shrivels, just slumps to the ground, chest on its side.
Whoa.
Okay, is that the end of combat?
That will be currently is the end of combat. I'm gonna leave the initiative there. That
Because
currently
we
is the
have
end of
chest.
combat.
Well, Plug just ran over to the chest and just hit it with his axe as hard as he could.
Okay, you see, it's now in pieces, and it's been chopped into paste.
Oh my god.
is there
Alright,
anything on the other
Guys,
table?
I got him.
Is there
You
any?
see,
Like,
the other thing is actually a shelf, and it seems to have a couple books. It seems to have
books?
some things in jars. You're not quite sure exactly what all
Would
these
I
are.
know what any of them are?
Make a Arcana check.
Can I make one also?
Sure.
Crap.
Liam, and you think that these might just be pickled animals? You're not quite sure how magical they are, but you know they can be used for something. Alessa, you don't know what these are.
Driving me nuts.
So
You see that more blood is beginning to drip around the circle. It seems like a couple of the runes have been completely filled with blood, and around the outside of where this girl is dangling there.
All right. Well, Liam's just gonna say out loud. We should probably do something about that.
Yes, we should.
Hey,
I completely agree.
can I go try and lift the girl out of the chain?
I say we don't touch the magic ritual spell.
All right.
I'd be a little hesitant.
So, Rush, as you step over towards her, you see this girl looks like she hasn't eaten in days. She's wearing like a simple nightgown, essentially.
Oh, she's alive.
She's not moving. She could be dead. She could be alive. She seems to be unconscious at the moment. You lift her up out of the chains, and it seems like you'll put the pressure off of her neck, and you see there's a big red mark as it's like basically raw. There's little bits of dried blood there as well. But you see it you don't have a way to open it. You see it has like the same kind of runic symbol and a key on it as well. Or yeah.
Key. I have a key.
Ah.
Are you gonna go up to the key?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see that this key is also not quite it.
Damn it.
Doesn't quite fit.
Oh wait, did we already do this? What magic? It's like a magical thing that she's being held.
Yeah, you all looked. The only person that knew was Liam, and he
Okay.
didn't say anything. He knows there's death. These are essentially death runes that are stealing power, her life source, something.
Would I know how to break the chains
Uh,
via magic?
You know that you could probably use the spell magic on it, but that's also a little costly.
Wait, what'd you say?
Dispel magic
Mhm.
Oof.
would
that's a
technically
level-
work.
Ew,
That's
she's
a
not
level
worth it.
3. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's just
She's
not worth
not
it.
worth it.
Unfortunate.
I don't
My
know. her.
character, on the hand, would not think that way, and she is going to go ahead and use Dispel Magic.
What a waste.
Okay.
Would you know
So
that-
you see as you put your arms up towards the chains,
Mhm.
and you do a little incantation of it just sparks, it drops, and I need you to make a dexterity check to see if you can catch her
Okay.
as she drops out of the chain.
Isn't she still in my arms?
You kind of, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you see as you end up having this little girl, this bloodied little girl in your
Hello?
arms now.
Are you okay?
You see she starts coughing a little bit. I need you to I want you to make a medicine check.
A medicine check.
Yeah.
Guys, just remember, initiative is still up.
Yeah. You see that she just has many seemingly cut wounds. It seems like some of them deliberate, some of them are just seemingly scrapes, but they're all over his body. And she just looks up to you. You see that her eyes are like a brownish red color. She has thick, black, matted hair that's tangled all over. Blood down her cheeks. It seems like there's cuts like right around her eye. There's blood on her fingers. She has very reddish skin that almost looks sunburned, but not
Oh.
quite. And she looks at you and says, You should have. And you see there's all of a sudden a flash of light around everybody, and they're blinded for a second,
Mhm.
and then nothing seems to have happened.
Oh.
And she goes unconscious again.
Okay.
She really needs help, you guys.
So there was a second chest, right?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
Mhm.
Can I take my axe and just swing it into the base of it?
Mhm.
into the how how
Please don't
The-
break
the-
my
the-
stuff.
The like not okay.
Like the bottom of it,
top,
or-
No, like just in general, like sort
gonna
of
try to
in the
cleave
middle
the top
towards the
off.
top, like
Okay.
trying to cut it in half.
Okay,
That's what I'm.
gotcha. I got you. You're gonna try to cleave the top off. Got it. Okay, I will have you roll a athletics check here.
I'm gonna break your stuff.
No, you see as you cut the top off, just like very cleanly, break the lock. It snaps open, and you look
Lay
down,
over.
kind of disappointed, as there's a bunch of musical instruments, a bow, and a quiver.
Wait.
Yes.
I
That's
look
me.
over.
Yeah.
I look over to everyone else. I'm like, "Good news, guys! It's not another mimic. It's just a bunch of junk."
I'm gonna sprint over.
Junk like what? I'm still holding it, girl.
I pull out the weird musical instrument. I'm like, "This thingy."
Oh,
You
that's
see it, as
mine.
you see, like plug. It's not like a usual string instrument like you're used to. It's like
Yeah.
you're used to a lute, and this is like the wrong shape for a lute. And you're very confused at what the heck this is. It looks like somebody just made a lute.
I don't even think I
incorrectly.
would know what a loot is with my
Lay down
intelligence.
this girl frantically, and I run towards it, and I grab it in my hands.
You just like you just shove it over to Rush, and you're just like rushing down, holding this seemingly unconscious girl that's just limp.
Mhm.
She's just
Oh,
like
fine.
she's like half leaning backwards, like because you're not holding her, you weren't expecting it.
I just throw my hands up. I'm like, "Okay, sorry," and I just walk away.
Are my daggers in there too?
Are
Yeah,
is
all
mine-
of your gear that people were missing
is now.
Okay,
is in this chest.
gotcha.
So that means my
Grabbing my
javelin's
stuff.
in there.
Yeah,
Lily rushes over and grabs her staff.
yeah. You see, like
Okay.
everybody's had some stuff in there.
Yeah, I laid the girl down on the table. It's behind me. Then I go grab it. My
I'm
javelin.
gonna peek my head out the store.
All right, you see the skeleton is just currently just looking at the wall, and the door is still slightly open.
Guys, we need to
that's
go.
tempting for me.
You see that it suddenly swings open. You just hear.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I
don't
ready
do
my
that.
axe.
That's
Okay.
a very bad
Also-
sound.
Also, hold on. Don't rush out. Don't rush out yet. I have to put another token on the board. Where is it? Where'd it go? It's
Wait,
over
Liam,
here.
did you do that? You gotta say you're gonna do it.
Hold on. And you also see.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy, oh jeez.
Nope,
I don't
nope,
You
see
see
nope,
this.
Nope,
You
nope,
see this
nope, nope,
wolf
nope.
that's barely fitting through the door, as well. Just
Is
Is this a beast?
An evil smile goes across my face.
You don't know what you hear. The growling. That's all you hear.
You guys haven't seen
Oh.
anything. I am. Is this a beast?
You
Well, I'm
know
still
this to be a
smiling 'cause I
dire
hear
dire
something.
wolf.
So yes.
Ian, can you? Not Ian. Sorry, wrong name. Liam and Ian are close. That's
Liam's
another
in our
D&D.
campaign, let's go.
What
Liam?
other D&Ds?
Liam, could you tell me how long Turn Undead lasts? Because I don't think it lasts. It doesn't last that long. I think it might only be 10 minutes.
He didn't put it in?
I'm just not sure. It might be on the sheet, and I just don't remember it.
Turn undead.
I think
It's turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Okay, so this one is
Oh,
also
so
gonna
that's why you stopped me.
snap out of his super and just like and it looks at Alessa is gonna try to take an attack. So we're back in combat.
Hey.
Brilliant.
Fuck.
All right, this one's gonna go first. This one gets. I need to get rid of the mimic. The wolf is actually going right after. Okay. So let's roll to see if this hits.
Who are they attacking?
Me.
Alessa, she's out the
I always
doorway.
have to go in the front.
Yeah, what's your AC?
15.
Yeah, this will hit.
I would like to use wait, hang on, sorry.
Okay.
You guys gotta remember, I can't see the map.
You take 9 damage,
Okay.
and that will end its turn. It's now the wolf's turn
Oh,
as it
brilliant.
jumps down the stairs and it's gonna make 2 attacks at you. Let's see if either of those hit. No. And nope. You see, as you guard off this one, kind of dealing with wolves and things like that before, it snaps, but you put your arm underneath it and it can't quite get to you. You all hear this barking and snapping as the wolf comes down the stairs. Liam, it's your turn.
oh boy. Oh boy. Oh
Oh.
boy. Oh
My
boy.
phone is at 50%.
Okay.
Oh boy. I'm gonna pull out my crossbow.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the wolf.
All right, let's see.
Do you guys like how I grabbed my oversized Gatorade bottle?
Yeah, that will just hit. Oversized Gatorade bottle. As you do 8 damage as it
Okay.
drops off of Alessa.
I'm gonna back up.
Okay.
My favorite enemy is beast, so
Yep.
I think I get to roll with advantage against them.
This is a large beast, yes. You get to roll advantage against this.
Okay, then I'm gonna shoot it with my longbow twice.
Okay, but it's going to be a normal roll because within 5 feet, you have disadvantage.
Okay.
So it's going to be a normal roll. That will hit. It will only do 5 damage, though. Is it?
Both of them?
Again.
Both of them should hit, because I get
Yeah,
2
both
attacks.
those hit. Yeah, they both hit, actually. The 16 damage as it pierces into it, just as you quickly, you're not almost so much as shooting it, as you almost pull it out and just kind of shove it into its face as it scratches off the bony exterior. So this one that's over here is also going to come in here now.
I was gonna move.
Okay, go ahead and move.
I was gonna jump this way. I know I get attacked.
You
from
get
those
2
two.
attack of opportunities. That will hit, and that will hit. So let's see. You take 16 points of damage
Ouch.
as the wolf bites your haunch as you try to get away, and you get clapped in the side. It hits most of your armor, but it scrapes across your sword, and the wolf gets another attack as you rush away again.
Do spells count as actions, or can I use them
Actions.
as bonus action? Okay.
Actions. The only thing you can use as a bonus action is a cantrip.
I don't know what that is.
Wow.
You can't have them.
Okay.
So this thing's going to move into here and just kind of yell at you angrily, because that's as far as you can get. All right, Rush, it's your turn.
Oh,
Rush
okay.
into battle.
I am going to.
You're Russian.
I rush in and I try and slam in Not slamming to whack him with my warhammer as hard as I can.
Alrighty. So you're over there. Make your 2 attacks. Should just be
Wait,
able
how
to,
do
you should be able to just click on your warhammer.
I am?
All right, let me look here.
Oh, no.
just
What is happening?
Aggressive.
Oh, because you're on edit mode. You're on edit mode.
Why
Now
am
you
I
should be able to.
still on edit?
I don't know, fam. Might have been me.
I feel like I feel like purple was doing something.
Go ahead and click your
He was
attacks now.
messing with him.
I get 2.
Yeah, 2. So the first one,
Yo.
those will both hit for, not that bad. Got some pretty good damage. Actually, enough to just send him to pieces.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
that's
his
right.
body hits the wall over there.
I forget it does bludgeoning and brute.
Yeah. All right. So that will end your turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Lily, you're up.
I'm gonna scooch on over here. Like, hey guys, what's up? And can I firebolt the skeleton?
You can't quite see the skeleton.
Okay,
You
dang.
hit the
nabbit.
wolf.
All right, so I'm gonna try a firebolt at the wolf then.
Okay.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Boppity boop.
Let's see. What's your? That one's not quite set up.
Dang nabbit, Miley.
That's all right. Just roll me a d20
God
Plus-
darn, Bobby.
a d20 plus I think 6.
Plus 6. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that will hit. That's a good roll.
Heck-
As you
heck
get this
yeah.
fire and just
Burn, bitch.
tries to like.
I swear if they're all dead before it's my turn, I'm gonna be mad.
All right, Zaikira, it's now your turn. As you see
I'm-
fireballs, other things, people running in and out of the room. Skeleton just hit the wall.
Aimed towards the tabaxi with the hammer. I'm going to use bardic inspiration.
Okay, how do you inspire?
And I want to do you want me to do a thing?
Yeah.
I kind of frantically, but I'm trying my best. Shout out, I like what you're doing. Keep it up. Here's a ditty to give you luck. And I give you your die that you can use with any roll.
Okay. Take a d10 of inspiration. You can use it to boost your to hit, boost, or use on skill checks. It only lasts for a minute, though. You can't use it to boost damage. So basically, if you're like, oh, this roll sucks, can I roll my inspiration? So just keep
Okay.
that in mind.
Got it.
All right. That's your bonus action.
And then I want to. That is a bonus action. Means I have an action.
You have an action and movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna move behind all of them.
Okay. Fair enough.
I have my
So
turn.
Garrus, it's now your turn.
Okay, so he's just kind of staring off into the battlefield, just looking, just real menacing, like just scanning for the nearest target. And when he finally locks onto that person, he just picks his axe up, puts it on his shoulder, and charges at them as fast as he can, and just swings.
Okay,
Trying
remember
to
you
hit
do it.
him.
I'm not saying you have to use it, but don't forget you have rage. That makes it so you take
Yeah,
half
not
damage.
yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Cool. So you rush out there. You catch eyes on the wolf first. You're gonna take your 2 attacks at the wolf, which should be Great Axe and Great Axe. Hold on. Let me check. I don't think either of those hit, unfortunately.
Oh,
14 should hit.
The 14 will hit. The 14 hits.
oh, thank God, at least
So
something.
you hit the first one, just kind of nicking it on the leg, and it backs away, and you don't catch it as you go for a downward strike on the next one, just missing its snout. But you're right up in its face now.
I'm glaring it down.
Oh my
All
god.
right. As you're glaring it down, the skeleton behind you is going to try to swing at you,
Oh,
and that will not hit. As it just you kind of
my
block it,
jujitsu kicks in, and I just do a backflip over the
you kind of just duck a little bit lower than you were, and he was already going low, but still missed. That'll end his turn. The wolf is going to take 2 strikes at you. Yeah, both of those will hit. As
I was
this
busy
wolf
focused on
bites into you, as you got distracted by the skeleton. That'll be 10 points of damage. As you got.
How much health do I have?
You're currently at 26.
Oh God, that's like half my health.
Yeah.
I'm a little lower than that.
Alrighty. That will now make it Liam's turn again.
Okay, Liam is going to extend a hand out to forget names, Costia's character. I'm gonna give you some healing.
Okay.
Ooh,
You need
ooh.
5 hit
I sent the
points.
healing.
Yay!
You need some help?
You'll need some help.
And then I'm gonna go over here. And as my bonus action, I'm gonna also heal Plug.
Okay.
Yay!
Using that, you can't do that, unfortunately. You can only
Oh.
use a spell as an action and a cantrip as a bonus action.
But this is okay. I was
Two
gonna say that.
spells.
That's 2 spells. You can only use. It has to be a cantrip.
Well, then never mind. No healing for you.
Okay. You still have a bonus action then.
Nah.
Sassy hair flip.
Then never mind, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
hair flip too.
Is there anything else you want to do or no?
Nah.
Okay. Alessa, it's now your turn. You just got healed by this ominous looking cleric.
I'm gonna
It's not-
move over here ish.
Okay, there's
Like,
barely
coming
enough
against
room
the
to
wall?
squeeze around behind Lily.
I'm trying to be like, well, I'm trying to. I'm like in between these two.
You can
Okay.
hold Alt to move where you want to be.
Okay. Yeah, right there. And then I'm gonna shoot at the wolf.
You have to shoot with disadvantage if you're planning to not hit Liam, because you don't really have enough space.
Just go straight through them. Casualties are acceptable.
You idiot.
Is he taller than me? How tall is Liam?
Liam.
Taller than me.
I hope
Everybody's
so.
taller than you.
I think Liam was pretty tall, right?
Yeah, he's like 5'11", 6 foot, around there.
Then can I just, instead of going there, could I step in front of him?
Wish I was there.
There's not really enough space. You'd have to move past all the way to the other side of the room, past Plug. You're rolling with disadvantage, which would be
Yeah.
just a normal roll because you have advantage on the wolf.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
To roll
Okay.
again. It's a normal roll. Okay, much better. So, yeah, both of those will hit. How do you want to do this?
What?
I'm gonna try to just nail him between the eyes on both shots.
All right, so what you do is you pull back 2 arrows at once, and they go right in the eyes and just it flops over
Why
dead.
can't my character do anything cool ever?
I don't know, because you're not at the turn when they're low on health. All right, Rush.
Even
Your
the super
turn.
deep.
There's only a skeleton left.
Can I step past Plug and then slam my warhammer down on his head?
He's mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
I get 2 attacks.
Please tell me you miss.
Yeah, 2 attacks.
Please tell me you miss again.
The first one hits, and it doesn't quite kill him. The second one, you miss. Plug, I need you to make. I need you to. What's
Oh.
your? Roll another warhammer,
I
please.
gave him a die and everything, and he doesn't want to.
Oh,
use
wait.
it.
Well, it doesn't matter. One's a 1. One's a 1. You can't boost a
Oh
1.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's
So roll another warhammer for me.
okay.
What was your AC again, Plug? I think it was
16.
Yeah, so you see as the skeleton jumps the hammer swing, you just get hit in the gut by your friend's warhammer for a good bit of damage, actually.
Well,
Thanks.
12 damage.
He's dead.
How much?
12
12.
damage. You're now at 14.
My God.
Oh my
As
god,
Rush looks
Frosty.
over like, oh my god!
Oh, oops. Yo,
Lily,
yo,
it's your
sorry,
turn.
I'm sorry.
And then you see Rush is out there like, oh.
Lily
Whose
just
turn?
kind of squeezes by
Lily.
Liam and is screaming at Rush like, "Why did you hit this poor man? What have you done?" she's like she's concerned, but she's just gonna kind of watch. Yeah, cause can I get hit a firebolt without hitting?
Yeah, you can get a firebolt in there.
Okay, I'm gonna do a firebolt. I would have to do the same roll like before, right?
Yeah, same roll before.
D.
Plus 6. We'll fix that probably at the break to make sure.
Okay, so D20 plus 6.
That's another good roll. as you just right the fireball right into this, and you see as it hits it, the head flops back and it just starts to
yeah.
pieces.
Xuhn, just remember, casualties are accepted.
No,
All right.
no, they're not.
Combat is technically over at the moment, but just in case, I'm going to keep this up.
Okay.
Okay, Plugarius pops a rage and just charges Frosty.
Oh my god.
Ah.
Oh my god!
Let's fight, you guys.
No,
Okay, so
do
you're,
not.
you're wasting a rage. Got it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay.
I mean, he just got smacked in the gut by this guy's hammer. He's not gonna take that.
All right. You're trying to tackle him.
Yeah,
All right. I'm having you roll athletics with disadvantage
because I'm so
Oh
short.
boy.
because he's just so much larger as well.
Lily's watching from the door.
You
like,
actually
"God."
managed to knock him down onto his butt, and he just ah!
This little halfling.
growling above him.
Okay, you guys. I think it was.
I just, as I knock him down, I scream, "Watch it, Whiskers!"
Oh my god. And with me trying to calm them down, I want to cast a healing word onto my little
Okay.
halfling over here. The one that helped me out.
No, you're gonna make him healthier. Stop.
I fucking rolled a
Another.
one.
Okay, so 5 hit points. To back to Plagaris, which is good.
How's this door look?
It's currently mostly ajar.
Cool,
Don't-
I'm opening it.
Okay.
Can
it's
I
open.
heal
I
myself
still-
with that?
Yeah,
I
you
still
can.
have a midget on me.
No,
Yeah.
wait, did I actually tackle him?
Yeah, you actually tackled him.
Oh, I thought you said I just knocked him down.
No, you
Oh.
knocked him over and you jumped on top of him. You're just like on top of Ray, just beat his face in.
Lily comes out of the room and kind of points back, like, we forgot the girl on the floor. Are we just gonna
She's
leave her
currently
there?
on the table.
We're just gonna leave her there, or
Can I push this midget off of me?
Roll
I'm
it
still
roll it
enraged.
athletics.
I'm resisting.
Roll in athletics. No, you can't. You see, you're trying to get off. You're like, what the? Let go.
Yo, he's really going to town.
Can I hilariously try to pull the halfling off of
Yeah,
him?
go ahead. You got to beat a 17.
can
athletics?
can I also
Athletics.
Yo.
try to help?
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, you see, it's just he just like he basically just he's kneeling on the Russia's stomach. He lets go of his hands for a second, pushes yours away, and just goes back and just like Ray just starts beating him, but not hard enough to really do any damage yet, as he's like mostly being blocked.
Can I attempt to do it?
Sure, go ahead.
Athletics.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Wow.
You see
Oh
what he's
my
saying? He
God,
slaps your hands
13.
away. And Liam, you hear from the bottom of the stairs just like it's really
And
loud.
a lot of
Alright.
midget groaning.
Can I shoot my crossbow near him?
Okay.
Ooh.
Roll
Oh,
a
God,
roll a
don't roll a
crossbow.
one. Don't roll a one.
Okay, you see it lands like right behind next to your foot. Plugaris.
I'm not phased. I'm raging.
Alright, he's gonna yell down the stairs. That's enough, children.
Damn.
Damn.
That's ironic as hell.
Yeah. Can I attempt to tackle the halfling away from him?
Yeah, roll athletics.
Nope.
No, you miss. You dive over.
No, I just get really
Can't roll a
close to
good roll.
Frosty's face. And
I rolled a 2.
Yeah, you just miss and dive right over.
With a
Liam
really.
goes through the door then.
Okay, you're outside.
I very softly just put a hand on the halfling. Come on, let's end this now. Like with the most softest voice that I can to try to persuade
I'm
him.
no longer punching him.
You're just like your hands up. You're like looking at her like,
We have
And like
a
Russian
lot
hasn't even
more
really
things to
hurt
be
much. It's just
dealing
like, what the
with.
hell?
I'm like, what is
We have a lot
happening here?
bigger things to be dealing with. Let's go. Come
Fine.
on.
All right, that's one of your rages gone for the day.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
I'm gonna
I'm-
sprint up the stairs after.
Wait,
putting him-
the girl! The
You
girl!
see everybody's
Oh,
leaving
yeah,
without
not the
you.
girl.
Hello?
I go pick up the girl.
Please come help.
Okay, so you
Wait,
go pick up
what
the
if
girl.
I go pick up the girl?
Yeah, let me
Dragging
size
the-
her down a little bit. There we go. All right, so all of you are going upstairs then?
Yep. We
Yes.
follow the crowd.
All right, so Liam, make a perception check for me.
He's the first one that walked through.
He just broke out.
Ooh, where are we?
If everybody can put themselves somewhere over here.
Okay.
Wait, Purple, how many rages do I have?
2.
I
Two,
forgot how to
okay.
do it.
You have
what I
one.
thought.
You have 1 left.
Drag
I'll
your
use
name
it
on the
sparingly.
second tab.
Yeah. So go ahead
There you
and
go.
grab your journals page, drag yourself out.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let me.
Give me my girl. Give me my little girl. She's mine.
Give me my little.
Wait, okay, so what time are we
Liam
taking
needs to
break?
be in the front though. Okay.
And I'm right. Yeah.
So to explain what you see in this room, I gotta get Plugaris out here as well. Hold on.
Where's the little man?
Yeah.
The,
He's
He's not
not
a
a
little-
more. There we go.
The ball, the rage ball.
So you're the last one up the stair, Plugaris. Liam, as you see, and a lot of people around behind you, you see that this room is softly lit, mostly by seemingly glowing vials across the room. You also notice there's this pit in front of you, and you hear this.
But I know what it is.
Make
Oh,
a
that's
Arcana
really
check.
good bubble
Can I
sounds.
also make an Arcana?
Yeah.
check?
Can I do
Yeah.
one too?
boy.
Everybody that would like to make an Arcana, go ahead.
Heck yeah!
I'll do it.
Oh.
All right, so all of you push up to this ledge. All
I,
right.
I was more interested in
as Billy almost goes into the.
Blind.
Tempted to push it in.
Tabaxi.
tempted to push one of you in right now.
Don't you?
You
do
see
it.
that you have no clue what it is except for Zaikira. You think that this is some kind of blood magic, which you usually would assume blood magic means always it appears red, but you know that that's not always the case. You see this as like something is being melted down to use for blood magic.
All right. Well, can I go over to the vials?
Okay,
Under,
yeah,
under
go ahead.
my breath, I say, "It looks like blood magic." But
I'm gonna look
different?
for a way out.
Ooh, what
Okay.
do we got over here?
Can no
Relax.
touch that thing.
All right, so make an investigation check over there, Liam.
Can I help him?
Yeah, with advantage. Go ahead.
Whoop.
Here.
So, looking at all these potions, you know that the 2 red ones seem to just be standard healing potions. The green one seems to be maybe something poisonous or something restorative. It's very hard to tell. The black one you know is definitely some kind of disease, of a potion of disease. The pink one, that's like a weird magenta hue that kind of changes between the various colors. You have no clue what this is.
All right. I want
Absolutely
to
no
pocket all
clue.
of them.
All right. And take them. 2 healing potions, 2 poison, 1 poison, and 1 disease, and then 1 unknown.
Well, we don't know if it's
just-
poison.
wait,
It's
where do
either
I put
poison or
that?
you.
Careful with those.
Just put them in the bottom by like your under your armor. There's like areas to add
Oh, okay. I
inventory.
see.
Very
I see.
careful with those, mister.
Is this door locked?
You see that it's not.
I'm gonna stick my head through the door, kind of
See,
stealthily.
as you peek your head out, make a perception check.
Okay.
You see, as you look outside, it almost seems to look like a storefront. Looks, there's a counter. There's some like nice plants. It gets a lot nicer out there. As soon as you stick your head out the door, you don't see anyone, but you do see that, you know, it goes off to the left quite sharply. You also
Can
see
I-
that there's another door right here.
Can I attempt to stealth and like run for the door?
Yeah, go ahead. Make a stealth check. Okay, you feel very quiet. You go out to the door and you see that you hop over the counter and just it doesn't open.
Oh shit!
You have a key.
The key.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the key. I'm gonna try.
It's also not it.
Dang it.
God, fine.
So-
Key is worthless. Do I see anything? Like, is this a wooden door? What is this?
It seems to be made of heavy wooden, just like all the other ones have been.
Well, I have an axe.
I
That
have an
you
axe to
do.
pick with you.
Also, because
Yeah,
of
you very
perception, you
much
do
do.
see that there are many runes on all of these doors.
Oh.
I'm gonna run back
You
over.
don't see that, Plugaris.
Oh, okay. I wield my axe and I
Well,
start.
you haven't even seen the door. She just left and then
Oh.
came back.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
I'm
mind.
gonna stick my head back in this way and say the way out's this way, and
Okay.
just run back towards the door again.
I follow.
Yeah, I follow too.
Okay. I'll move you over there in just a second.
Frosty, stop throwing things.
I'm sorry. I'm mad because a midget tried
This
to
door
kill me.
right here. Can I open it?
You see that one doesn't open.
What are you looking at?
Elvish lady, come here.
I'm going over there.
Yeah.
You know that key you got?
Yeah, I'll try it on this thing too.
I point to the
open.
door.
Alright, I'm picking.
Okay. Go ahead. Try to pick the lock.
Okay, wait. What do I roll? I forget.
Intelligence.
Intelligence?
Are you smart boy?
Let's
Remember,
find out.
You can hold Alt down, remember, to move freely. You don't have to move by grid then.
I'm not a smart boy.
You see as you get your piece, one of your lock picks, the piece of the metal that you're kind of jury rigging is stuck.
Uh-oh.
And you're just kind of sitting there awkwardly, like, hoping nobody notices.
Oh.
Do I notice?
I want to. No.
Roll a perception.
I'm pretending like I'm still fiddling with it.
If you'd like to see if what he's doing, roll a perception.
I fucking rolled a 1.
You roll
So,
a deception.
shit.
Roll it for
rolled
me.
deception.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
isn't even that bad. Fuck.
Not you, Alessa. You're on the other side
Oh,
of it.
okay.
Damn.
I'm the only one who would have been able to tell. You're lucky I'm over here.
You would have seen right through my lies.
Hold on, you're rolling with disadvantage. Let me roll that again. Nope. No one noticed. No, everybody's like, "Come on, hurry up!" But like nobody thinks you're fucking with it.
Can I
Can I try,
pick the
like-
front door?
Huh?
Can I attempt to pick the front door?
Yeah, roll an intelligence.
Oh, this is a big one.
You see, like you trying some things, you don't really have exactly what you need, and it breaks off and it doesn't work.
Alright, can I attempt to pull the thing out and put it in the dragon?
All right, roll another
Can I
intelligence.
try my
check.
way?
You have to push out of the way.
Oh my god.
Liam.
All right, so you see as clink. You don't know what happened, but you're not holding a tool anymore. It is just inside the door, and everybody heard it. You're just like standing there, like.
How about we try to break down the door?
Plug
I
throws
see.
his axe over his shoulder and starts walking towards the door.
Friggin' Liam just walks away.
All right,
Like-
make it athletics.
He's going in the corner.
Stand back if you don't
You
want to
see
die.
as you chop into the door, and you see this is like 6 inches of door.
Can I just keep going until I'm tired?
All right, I'll let you roll one more athletics and see how much you could do here. You see, you go quite a ways, and you get like about like enough to where you can see through the door, and you can see a ladder that seems to go upwards. And that's all you
Just
can
say
do before your
ladder.
just like arm is tired, and you're just like,
Where's the hammer boy?
Lily runs through. Hey, Rush, we need you to come break this door. The little man couldn't do it.
Oh, don't you start talking like that to me.
roll
I'll
perception
take
to see
the
if you
girl.
heard it.
You roll it for me.
Yeah, you heard it.
My face just goes red, and you can almost see steam.
Okay.
I put my arm on his shoulder. It's okay. Look, you did a bit. You did good. It's fine. It's okay.
This only makes me angrier.
I kind of
Oh.
step him, make him pull him a little bit to this side.
Poor
So-
plug.
So Rush, looking at this door, you see how thick it is. Roll me an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence. Oh, where did my sheet go? It's just here. There it is. Intelligence. That's just intelligence, right?
Okay. You see, as you're looking at the door, you see that your hammer is going to do less than this axe would do. And from your kind of tinkering, your trading background, you're just like, you take out your small hammer, and you
Yes.
see you wedge it in to where the hinges are. You take your other hammer and just, and you see as it breaks off a good chunk. You take some more,
Thank you, Catman.
And it falls
job.
inwards as you manage to break away the hinges on from the outside.
Cool.
There we go.
What do we see
I charge
inside?
towards the ladder and start climbing.
Alrighty. Is everybody else following?
I'm following.
Alright.
Lily kind of mentions that there's 2 chests if anyone ever wants to look at them, but kind of follows after
Who's,
them
who's
as well.
holding the girl, by the way?
I am. I grabbed
Okay.
the.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna look in this chest.
Alright, make an investigation, then we'll go up.
I swear to God, if it's a mimic.
And no, okay.
And your head gets bit off.
You see, looking at this chest, it seems to be a lot of order forms for people buying things, trading things, selling things. There's like a good maybe 150 in there. It's not a huge chest. There's also maybe some notebooks. There's some quills and ink. Nothing that's crazy in there. But yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna follow them now.
Okay.
Stairs up the oh,
Everybody can
Boy.
place
That
themselves
chest is a...
right somewhere around this trapdoor.
okay.
For this trapdoor.
Oh my god. Oh my god, let me.
I just wanted to go out the front door.
You didn't have to come up here.
Right?
And then
I feel like none
we
of
could have
these
tried
chests
breaking
are
that door
safe.
down too, but
Mm.
midget over here gets a little excited.
Okay, you hit me in the gut with a giant hammer.
So you see, as all of you file into this room, you get a very unpleasant smell. As you see along the floor, there are streaks of blood. There's body parts all over the place. There's bits of what seems to be human skin laying over some of the bookshelves. And you see that there's eyes and jars, hearts that seem to be still moving around a little bit in there unnaturally.
Alessa is gonna want to nope the fuck
Oh,
out and go
gross.
back down the ladder.
You go back down the ladder with the
Yeah.
little girl.
I'm staying up here. I want to just kind of look around. Not
Okay.
knowing what I'm looking for, just observing everything.
Roll a perception, which I will roll, but roll a perception.
Can I roll
Okay.
one for my raven?
Yes. You see, Lugaris, as you're looking around, you're like, a lot of shelves, there's some chests. It seems to be very attic-like. You can see the slants of the
I'm
roof.
gonna look around.
There's a lot of blood. Yeah, there's a lot of those things. You see that it goes on. There's no real walls. It seems like a lot of the bookshelves have been used as like room dividers.
I'm gonna
Okay.
look around.
Well, I want to walk up to one of the chests.
What do I
and just
see?
kinda pull out my spear and just from a distance poke it a few times.
Okay, you poke all the chests. Make an investigation. I'll get to you in a second. God damn it!
What? I'm very, you know. I see things.
So
he's
you're
not.
looking at the chests. You peer under them. You could swear that the one in the middle is a mimic.
Okay, I avoid that one.
All right, so you're just like, mm-mm. So Liam, as you're looking around, you're peering through the shelves. You're looking back and forth. You see that in a lot of the shelves, it seems to just be like all the body parts as well, but there seems to be like knick-knacky things. There's little bags. There's candles. There's various other things, and you also see from peering around that there's a bed on the side, and you get the just light breathing of someone on the opposite side of the room.
Oh crap.
Okay.
So do I know Liam's up here with me?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to go over to him and point out where the mimic is, so he doesn't go and try and open it.
And you just point it out, and Liam, you're like, "That's not a mimic."
That's not a mimic, you fool.
How do you know?
Well, that's because I have higher IQ than 3.
Oh,
Okay, excuse me, my IQ is 5.
Wow, lucky you.
No, he doesn't actually say that, but he does get a little bit angry at that comment, but he pushes it past him and goes back up to that chest again to make sure it's not a mimic.
All right, Rob, we're gonna have you roll another investigation.
Meanwhile,
You're 100% certain this is a mimic.
Okay. I ready my axe.
and I'm gonna go open it.
Oh
You
my
see,
god.
you ready your axe, and he just opens it, and there's a bunch of clothes inside.
I just look at him like
I
you're an
use
idiot.
the hilt of the axe and start poking at the clothes like, this is a weird looking tongue.
You're still not fully convinced, but it doesn't appear to be a mimic. You're very confused.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, where was the breathing you said?
It seems to be from the southern side of the house.
So I'm gonna walk over.
I'm gonna
towards the
follow
southern
him.
side.
'Cause I'm really
Are you being
intrigued with him
are you
anyways.
being quiet? Both of you.
I
yeah.
am.
All right, both of you
think
roll
you're being
stealth.
I want to follow. I want to join in the party.
All right, everybody that's going, roll stealth.
I
Oh,
gotta roll
Jesus.
stealth.
Okay.
Oh my
I'm
god.
looking at the chest.
You're not a stealthy party.
Okay,
Really
So-
digging into things.
Wait,
Zakira pushes past
Disadvantage.
quietly
yeah, why does that have
They're-
disadvantage?
because you're wearing armor.
Oh yeah, the chain.
That's clinking armor. So as Lily comes over to join you, you see this whole shelf fall over,
Oh.
and someone just pulls the sheets up and who's there?
Oh boy.
Who's there?
I'm still shuffling through the
Ugh,
chest.
talking. Can we just kill?
You see that there's a woman under the covers clutching them. She has dark black hair, very fair skin, but one thing that you all notice that there's stitches along her mouth, her forehead.
Aw.
I'm gonna make this
I
bigger.
want to know how I got these scars.
I'm gonna make this bigger so you guys can see real quick.
Oh my god.
I
You
still
look-
can't see.
Undead.
Dave,
Wow.
I'm downstairs.
Are you okay,
I'm gonna
lady?
go back and watch the VOD after this.
I'll
Just so I
send
can know what
pictures
everything
of
looks
that.
like.
Ugh. I'm not talking
Um,
here. That's a lot of work.
Hey,
I
Purple, do I find anything
I'm
in
gonna
the
go talk
chest?
with her.
Nope.
I
I'm
walk
really-
up.
I'm not-
Nothing but
Lily
clothes.
follows.
you.
I walk up
Lily
to her.
follows.
Hello,
Mhm.
we're not here to harm you. Who are you?
Mm,
My name is Elazura.
Hi, Elizora.
What
Hello.
are you all doing in my house?
We were locked in the basement. It was really bad. What?
I hold an
Do you
action?
mean house? This is
Yeah, you
your
can.
house?
All right, I want to hold guiding bolt
Yes.
if she does anything hostile.
From the distance, you just hear, "Why do you have a dungeon in your house?"
Wait. Wait, where? She's looking around frantically, like, where am I?
Okay.
Hmm.
This is not her house.
You
Lily
also-
kind of backs up a
You
little
notice
bit.
that up until this point, her face has been covered for the most part. You've been able to see the parts of her skin, and it's hard to see her full facial features. You get a little closer, you can see that her eyes are closed at the moment.
Are you? Oh. I don't know, because she's
Sit
like,
out.
where am I? But then her eyes are closed, so it's like,
Open your eyes, Lily shouts.
The blind one shouts.
Hey, look, I can see through my raven, okay? Open your eyes.
I take a step forward. That's a
Are
big
her
step
eyes
forward.
sewn shut?
Whoa.
I don't know. You're not over there. You're looking at the chest.
Well, I
do you-
finished looking at the chest when I didn't find anything.
Do you remember how you got here?
I
At all?
she puts her hand in front of her face and just I don't know. It seems it's all a blur. I don't quite remember anything or where I am or what's happened.
Are you okay? Do you feel okay?
I feel fine. I just am very confused is all.
I think you should probably come with us. We're gonna get out of this place. Cause we kind of just woke up downstairs, locked up in a dungeon, but kind of like you, where we don't know how we got here or why we're here in the first place.
Perhaps. I don't I don't know where any of my belongings are, unfortunately.
There's a lot of chests out front. Do you want to
And Plug
confess?
just walks up to Kara's character and is just like, it's all clothes.
What things did you have, ma'am?
I had a simple spell book, as well as just a simple gown.
To the chest that's right next to her, I go and look to see if I can open it and what's inside.
You see it, you open it, and you do find that there are those things in there. It's a leather-bound black
Look, your
book.
things are right here. This is easy. Let's go.
Every time
I'm
someone
gonna
opens a
walk over and
chest,
take that
Plug
book
just
from
readies
you.
his axe. He doesn't trust chests
What
anymore.
do you say, Liam?
I want to take that chest from Caroline's character.
The whole
Excuse
chest.
The whole chest?
The whole
So just the book.
Just the book.
I
You
mean,
snatched
I
the book out
fight
of there.
back. He's not stealing
Okay.
the lady's
Roll
book
a-
from my
ro-
hand.
both of you roll athletics.
Oh no,
You're gonna probably beat me.
I seriously doubt it.
You see, this is just like the stupidest,
wait. I have a literally
The
nothing.
weakest of the bunch are fighting
Yeah,
over a
we're
book.
fight-
You
We're
see,
like-
The strongest of the bunch were fighting earlier.
you see, like it's like the
Okay.
thing of where you pull it back and forth to like.
I'm going. Okay, I'm gonna
You
draw my
take it.
mace now.
Okay.
Okay. And I draw my dagger.
Give me the book.
No, this is not
Lily
your
kind of
book.
slides in and takes the book. And
Okay,
just
roll a
looks
sleight
up
of hand. Roll a sleight of hand.
Here we go. Boop.
All right, Ian, roll an insight.
Ian, okay.
God damn it! Fucking stupid son of a.
Wait, do I roll an insight too?
I mean, do you want to see her swiping it out of his hand?
It's in her
Yeah, I'd
hand.
like to use
Yeah, would it
inhuman
be in my hand?
reflexes.
Oh, yeah.
The athletics.
'Cause I
Oh, yeah.
can't take books.
Oh yeah, so yeah, Zaikira.
Sleight of hand.
No, insight.
Insight. My fault. My
You're
bad.
You're gonna,
in the book.
you're
My
gonna steal
bad,
it from
my
yourself.
bad.
Yeah, you're just like you see her coming. You're just like nope,
Nope.
mine.
Can I take it?
Oh no!
Nope.
Well, she's
Lily's like, stop
distracted.
fighting,
Nope,
please.
nope, you
give
already
me
tried.
The book.
I move more towards the bed, with the book and the clothing and stuff, and says, "This is
Okay,
your
can I-
things.
Can,
Let's
can I
let's
look
get
at the
you ready."
You see, she takes them
Okay.
and she holds the book under the covers with her and touches the clothing, the gown to her, and says, "If you wouldn't mind giving me some privacy to change into this gown."
Of course. Let's leave her. Come on, guys.
Lily kind of whispers to Zaikira before they walk, I think that was a really bad idea.
She shrugs.
All right, is everybody left, or are they all just looking away?
Looking, I technically look away. I'm not even gonna like leave around.
No, I'm gone.
I just
I'm
sit
over
down
here,
and
man.
find-
Well,
find
I
I
mean,
mean,
my
technically, you
hair.
could just
Yeah.
leave and your raven could still watch.
No.
I
You
just sit
could.
down and I
Watch
find
it.
like a cloth or something and start like polishing my axe.
Halfling, do you mind moving away for a moment?
I just like take my hands and just push myself back one stride and just keep going.
No, tiny person, come on. You gotta look away. That's really inappropriate.
I turn around.
Actually, yeah. Okay.
So Rush has looked away, Liam has looked away, Zaikira, Lily, and Plugaris have all looked
Right.
away. Okay.
Are we all gonna die now?
Yeah, we're probably all gonna die. I'm ready.
Yeah.
All right, you see that
Nice knowing you.
there's silence.
I turn my head back.
You see no one. Just an empty
Cool.
bed.
Hmm.
Well, let's go out the front door, guys. Come
What? Why?
on. Well,
She's-
we can leave. Let's leave.
She's not there anymore. That's
Plugaris,
why.
you just finally noticed that like
Can I-
wait,
can
there's
I-
no one there.
Oh, there's no. Okay, you know what? Fine. I see how it is. I just keep the cloth, just like shove it in my pocket.
Oh boy.
You see as you round the corner, she's over there,
Oh,
and she
hello.
says, you see that her eyes are now open. You see
Hmm.
they're black, empty sockets. Her
My,
eyes.
Do we know what
I
that
st-
indicates?
I still have my action held.
Okay. No, you don't. Not at this point, because you've
If
been
you
doing other
move-
things.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna rehold it then.
Well, hold on. You see as in her hand. She just, without a word, says.
Without a word, says.
I'm sorry, without a word, without saying anything to you, she just casts a spell by muttering something under her breath. And as you do, you feel your bodies tense up for a moment there, and then there's another flash of light, like the one you saw before when you brought the girl down.
Ooh.
And you see the trapdoors open, and you see her going down.
Okay.
Also, Alessa, you felt that same stiffness in your body and flash as well, even though you weren't there.
I want to stealth.
Okay. Roll stealth
I
for me.
want to go after her.
Plug just looks
Oh,
over
I
to
did not
everyone. and is
stealth
like,
well.
can we stop helping out the people around here because it's just blinding us is all.
I go.
I'm going down.
I'm going
Alright.
down.
Yep.
The weaklings
we
go
go.
But I would have
down, they're
I would have been by
invited.
the front door. Like
I follow reluctantly.
I would have been like over here.
Okay. Okay. I just put her back in. You see, she doesn't even seem to look towards your way, Alessa. As she comes down and the rest of your party starts to follow. She ends up over here by the time Liam gets there.
No questions asked. Guiding bolt.
Okay.
Oh.
Roll an attack. That will hit. You see as comes out of your mace, just blasts right towards her. You see, as it hits off of her, seems to do damage for a second. It almost seems to close up in seemingly appearance, but it seems to have hurt her. All right, we're back in initiative.
Figured.
Zaikira, you're up
There.
first.
Oh, but you don't see initiative.
Yeah, initiative's off for us.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like, it's blank.
initiative is like, yeah.
I still have it, so I can tell you.
Okay, we'll just go on.
Okay.
I. Where am I? I'm up here. I'm gonna move, just not in the door, but like out the door here. And
What are you going to be doing here? You got
I'm going
Got it.
to. Oh, no, because it's gonna hurt everyone else too. It's not gonna be helpful for anyone. Yeah, I really don't have anything until other people do things, so I know what they're gonna do. So I'm going to do another bardic inspiration.
Okay.
This time towards. I was gonna say Iam, and I mean Liam.
Why would you do that?
So that he has another die, and I don't really have a song for him. Fuck.
Do you have something against me?
gotta come for something.
I'm gonna read the one that I had planned, but it kind of just doesn't work. I kind of whisper in his direction, and I say, "This person was really suspicious. I don't really want to shout, so here's some bardic inspiration to maybe weasel them out." And that's all for Liam. And he.
Okay.
He looks at you like.
All right.
You're writing yourself.
Take a D8, Liam.
Inspiration.
Yeah, D8.
And use it wisely. And you'll also only have it for 10 minutes, which means, does Rush still have his?
Nope.
Has it been 10 minutes since?
It's a minute. Only lasts a minute.
Mine says 10. It says
Okay. Then 10 minutes, but it has been
a
10
creature
minutes.
can roll the die. Once within the next 10 minutes, the creature can roll the
Okay.
die.
Then it's still gone regardless, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just for
Running
Ian
out of
right
first
now.
level spell slots.
Okay.
I should also roll that. So you guys are and I moved. I did that. I can do an action. I don't want to do an action because none of them work unless I know what you guys are doing.
You can always hold an action.
No, I'm gonna. I have my turn. Because
Okay.
there's not really an action that I can hold.
Lugaris, it's now your turn.
Oh boy. I just see. It was Liam that attacked first, right?
You heard the beam of radiant.
I see that, and I'm like, I just shrug, grab my axe, and I go and swing at her.
All right, so with your movement, you'll be able to get to her, but not attack because you have to use your action to run all the way around.
Oh. Well, I want to throw an axe then.
Okay, you can do that instead. Let's see if you can hit her. Yeah, that will hit. You throw across. It embeds into her shoulder.
Fuck.
As she cries out, doing 5 damage. All right. That will end your turn, I think. Yeah. Liam, your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. Oh, Guiding bolts. Wait, how does the inspiration work?
You can
Exactly.
use it anytime after you've.
It could be.
You can use it before or after you roll.
But it can't be after the DM says if it was a success or a fail. So if Cullen says that it was
So
fail,
you can roll.
can't use
You
it
can
after
roll
that.
and be like, I want to use this. But like, if I already said it fails, then you can't be like, oh, I want to use it now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna use another guiding bolt at 2nd level this time,
Whoa.
and I'm gonna use that inspiration.
Okay.
Go for it.
Itchy.
Okay.
Ooh.
Roll a d8 to see if we can up that 9.
Fudge.
Nope. That will not hit. As you see it just
No.
right by her, she kind of steps to the side,
I tried.
giving you kind of a smug smile on her stitched together lips. All right, that's your action.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
And now on my turn.
Okay. Alessa, it's your turn. You hear all this fighting going on. The little
trying to
girl is
break
still
through the door.
unconscious. Okay.
You're
roll
like, I'm not part of that.
15%.
I'm out.
Are you carrying the girl or putting her down?
I've put her down to break through the door.
Okay. Roll a athletics. You see as this heavy door just as it like makes a ringing sound and like it ripples out, and it seems to be magically guarded. That's your action.
Hold on.
Costia.
I'm looking.
You have movement and a bonus action.
Yeah.
Rush, you're up next to start thinking of what you'd like to do.
I'm gonna leave the girl there. Unless does she if I'm carrying her, does that affect like my speed?
Yeah, you'll go at half movement. Actually, no, she's small. You'll be able to move fine.
Okay, then I'm gonna take her with me, but I'm gonna put her down like right here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna keep moving to about here.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. As you sprint over, put her down. All right.
And as my bonus, I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark on.
Okay. She's now hunter's marked. All right. Rush, is your turn. Lily, you're up next.
Okay. No, that won't work because that goes over the pit.
Yeah, you could try to jump that edge if you'd really like to, but
Oh, I'm tempted to, but knowing my luck, I'm going into the pit.
yeah, probably.
Do it, yellow no balls.
That's the mentality you have to
Where's
have with
that
the
going?
one shot.
Wait, jumping over?
Yeah.
Wait, you're
Acrobatics.
actually doing it?
Please don't do it.
Oh, no,
It's
Don't do it.
acrobatics.
Please don't do it.
Well, it's only.
It's not like the full thing.
Yeah, no,
It's only like 10 feet.
Five. Yeah, roughly. We go for it.
It's like half jump.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
we're
have
going
said
for it.
anything.
Oh, that's 10 feet. Hold on.
It's 10 feet.
Okay.
Do we go for it?
I don't know.
No.
You gotta make a decision.
No.
I just tabbed out.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Make a decision, guys. Make a decision.
Give me a sec and let me get back in.
Yeah, hurry up, my phone's dying.
He dies.
You're throwing.
Yo- I'm sorry.
He's literally dying.
Shh, it's loading. I'm going to go for the jump.
Okay.
Oh my god.
When you get in, roll me an acrobatics.
Character sheet. Acrobatics,
scared.
acrobatics.
If you go into the blood pit, I'm gonna die laughing.
You and me both. Acrobatics.
You should have at least like.
You see, as you
Let me
leap,
bless
no
myself.
problem, over.
Yes. Yes.
You're right up next to her now,
Yo,
menacing with your hammer.
you know I'm whacking her.
Love you
Okay,
guys.
take your 2 attacks. The first one hits, the second one does not. As you do 13 damage, and you think, feeling confident, you swing for the other one, and she catches it and looks up at you, glaring at you.
No.
Shit. Fuck.
All right, that will end your
Frosty,
turn.
you did.
You're up.
So I'll move. A scooch a little closer. Just a little closer. Can I do 2 firebolt?
You can only do 1 spell at a time.
Okay.
Unless it's a cantrip, you can do an action bonus action.
Yeah, because firebolt is a cantrip.
Okay, yeah, then you can.
All right, so I gotta do the
I'll allow
plus
it.
6. Thanks.
Even if that's not the rules, I don't care that much. It's a 1-shot. We're having fun.
Okay, that's my first one and my second one.
Okay, both of those will hit as you do. And I believe it was 1d8 damage for each.
Yes, I'll
Okay,
click
good.
again so you can see.
Oh, it's 1d10, so roll 2d10
2d10, so R.
slash 2d10.
Ah,
Slash
Sorry.
R2D.
2d10.
Yeah, R space 2d10. Yeah. So do 7 damage as these little fireballs hit into her side. And she seems to just kind of be shrugging this one off. She's very intent.
Um,
Zaikira. It's now your turn. Bluegaris, you're next.
Now my turn. There's a little girl next to me now.
Actually, she's unconscious. Just slumped against
Tag,
the
you're
wall.
it. Babysitting duty.
I want to, cause I heard Costia at the door trying to open it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I sense any magic in the door? In the front door? Do I need to go up to it?
You can see that there are magic runes on it, but you don't know for sure if it's magical.
Cool. I'm gonna walk right up to them. I don't even know where my fucking cursor is anymore.
That's me, by the way, typing to you, Frosty.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
And what do the runes? Do I know what the runes are on the door?
Make an
Can I
Arcana check.
investigate? Come on. Fuck.
It seems to be magical.
That's
Wow.
helpful.
I don't want to
A rune is magical.
my thing, but I'm gonna have to. No,
Okay.
because I could waste it. Because it could be
High risk, high reward.
high risk, technically high reward.
You're in video.
No, not the heartbeat.
Yeah, not the heartbeat.
I'm having Puddle Boy PTSD right now.
Puddleby.
I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna hate that I'm gonna try this, but I'm gonna use another dispel magic.
You idiot!
I think that's your last one, right?
That's my last one.
Okay. Go ahead and activate it.
You're
I
actually.
need you
not
to roll a Constitution or Wisdom.
Saving throw?
No, just check.
Then definitely a wisdom check.
I like how she automatically assumed she was getting attacked.
You see, as you stand in front of the door, put your hand on them. You feel the magic inside of it, and you move your hands in a circle and quickly move them upwards, and you feel like the magic has been dispelled properly.
And I want to jiggle the doorknob and see if it opens.
You see it does.
Hey!
You see as you open it. It's a blustery snowstorm.
Ooh.
is outside.
Is that all I see? I can't see anything
Yeah.
else?
You see there's a path. You see there's a cart outside. And you see there is a bunch of pine trees. And there's about maybe 6 inches of snow.
Okay, I close the door back,
Oh, God.
and I end my turn.
Okay. All right. So now it's actually her turn. She's going to
Like
step.
the rune
She's going to step
reforms.
here, and try
Oh.
attempt to push Rush into the pit.
You're about to get Sparta kicked.
So Rush, I need you to make an athletics check.
Athletics.
That's pretty good.
It is. I realized I just sent that to you.
That's all right. I see it. It's a 19.
Yeah.
We all kind of waited for it. We were like, what, pretty
Yeah.
good? Wait, what?
Yeah, like
So
Oh, that's
I
pretty
thought he
good.
was talking about his roll, and I was like, oh.
So, you see, as you start to fall back, as her strength takes you by surprise, this very small, slender woman, you fall back. You manage to just catch the edge, but your leg flicks in, and it starts to burn. Feels like acid is melting it away. All right, that will end her turn. Bluegaris, it's now your turn as you see this big tabaxi be pushed into the hole.
Oh boy. I start feeling a little bit guilty about punching him earlier. No, okay, so Plugarius wants to move closer to the enemy and wants to throw another axe.
Okay.
Not much I can do about.
You can move close enough
You
to
can
actually
get to her.
attack her. Like,
Oh,
do you want to? You don't have to.
I just watched that big guy get thrown, so I'm gonna keep my distance and throw another axe.
Okay. Move a little closer. Throw an axe. Alrighty. Let's throw your axes. Boom. That will not hit. You see, she catches it and just drops it on the ground. You have no more axes.
I regret throwing the axe. Proficient in giant battle axes.
You gonna do anything else?
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do, really.
Okay. Liam, it's your turn. As you see her now looking back at the rest of your party,
Okay, so.
specifically looking at you.
Oh. Not me,
Oh.
bitch. Alright, so that
Oh, she
guiding
can
bolt
attack us
totally
in
went
order.
great last time. So this time we're gonna do the same thing except at 3rd level. Oh yes.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So guiding bolt, that will hit. You see as
Yes.
it hits right across her face, and you see it burns off for a second, and you see like a grayish black skeleton underneath her, and she falls backwards and just looks at you and just puts her hands on her head, and she's just kind of ducking down, and she just says, "I can see it. I'll stop, please." That's the end of combat at the moment.
I ready my great axe.
you don't have one.
You
No, that was
slung
just
it.
her mini axe.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
threw my mini man. Yeah,
Mini man.
mini
Rush.
axe is for a mini
Sorry
person.
about that, fam.
It's just to hear from the pit. I'm still full.
You see that he's in there trying to pull himself out. There's about 4-foot drop
Is
into
that
the
the end
actual
of battle?
liquid. Yeah, at the moment she's seemingly not attacking. She's given up.
My
Oh, I
phone
was
is on
gonna shoot her,
4%.
okay.
All right. With that, we will take a break.
Yay.
Xuhn will start to charge his phone. I believe Queenie and Frosty will be dipping for tonight because they've had really
Yep.
busy days at work and things like that. Make sure to throw some emotes in the chat for them being here. It was great fun to play with them. Maybe if we do another one shot, maybe at a little bit of a better time for everybody, not so late.
Yes.
But I really did enjoy having them here. I will keep them here for as long as I can in the party, but then I might have their characters leave out at an appropriate time. So that we won't kill them off this time unless Bluegrass decides to shove them into the pit.
I'm gonna shove
wouldn't be
Gregarious
surprised.
into the pit.
Angry little midget.
That's if you can. You guys couldn't rip me off of him.
Give me a sec. Give me a
Listen,
sec.
Listen,
Let me
put me in a
let me
situation
let me roll that hot
where
athletics.
I don't have an angry
17.
midget on top of me. We'll see what happens.
That would have actually pulled him off before.
Wait, where's my
Right?
Yeah.
where's my athletics? Let's try this again.
That would
Okay,
have.
I need to charge my phone.
Anyway, we're not going to be done yet. We're going to be off for about 10-15 minutes. We're going to go get some water, get some snacks, use the bathroom if we need to, and then we'll be back
Oh, yeah.
for a
I'm
good
shutting it
long
down now.
stretch at
Don't
the end.
worry.
Yes, sirree.
I'm gonna try and find a giant
Thank
X
you
if
guys so
I
much.
can.
Did you just say
Sorry.
what?
All right, everybody. We're back from our break. We've gotten some water, some snacks. We're still having fun. Russ and Queenie have left for the evening, but their characters are not gone. As we left off, the person Elazura, the seemingly the owner of this place or something, at least caused them ill will, has just surrendered after nearly pushing Rush into the pit. Combat is ended at the moment. What are y'all going to do?
I come down from the door, and I poke my head in, and
You see that she's kneeling and she's like this essentially.
to
Plug does not trust.
Queenie and Costia, I'm gonna whisper, "The door is open."
I'm gonna
but
hear
not
that,
me.
and I'm going to continue doing what I was planning on doing, and I'm gonna shoot my bow at her.
Okay. Roll an attack. Or both if you're planning on it.
And do I roll this once or twice?
Just for each hit. So just once. Well, you didn't
Oh, for
hit
each
this-
hit?
Yeah, you only hit once.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you see the first one, she kind of ducks. And the second one, she's just like, please, stop. And then that's all right. Or you can run away if you like.
Yep.
Okay.
Goodbye.
You run to the
Well,
door.
I did not hear Caro say the door is open.
I only
So,
whispered.
Plug grabs his big battle axe, and
I'm
he
going over to
charges
Rush.
in and tries to go in for a swing at her.
Oh my god.
Going over to Rush, blocking Plug, ignoring Rush, and I'm going for answers.
Okay. So you go to rush in and Liam steps in front of you like, wait. Do you listen?
I'm like holding it like this, like right in front of Liam. I'll do it. Or sorry, I'll do it.
If I need you
Careful, you're gonna
to,
take the
I
thing
will
off.
ask.
You nearly pulled that off.
I don't
So-
trust her.
Alright, go ahead, Liam.
So, what are you?
She looks up towards you, her socketless eyes.
My axe is still like this.
I'm a witch of sorts.
Mhm. And are you responsible for everything in this room?
As a
Oh.
Oh, rip.
Queenie dip. Oh, she's
There
back.
we go.
Oh, everything's breaking.
I'm like, everything changed.
That's alright.
It's okay.
Alright. So, as you're talking, Lily helps Rush out of the pit. He starts looking at his leg. Alright. Oh, so she just said she's a witch of sorts. What did you reply?
And then I asked, are you responsible for everything in this room?
I am responsible for this room. Yes.
Okay. And he's gonna take out the unknown potion from the table over there. Do you know what potion this is? As he says, holding it up.
She offers a hand to pick it up.
Not happening.
I've only put one hand underneath it. I just need to see the inscription.
Okay, he's gonna hold on to it. Actually, no. He's gonna turn the plug. I need you to hold this for me.
I'm not your puppet.
You see, Zaikira, as someone pushed past your leg, you see this little girl is like stumbling
follow her.
forward.
Oh, I help her up. No,
She's
no.
like she's standing up and she pushes you back, like quite firmly. And
I'm trying to help you.
you see as her hair starts to float up and there's a whirlwind around the room, and you see. She says, "Which will burn for this?" She starts to float up in the air. She starts to glow a reddish white hot glow, and just this person here, Elazura, just ignites into a bursting of fire, and she's just screaming as she stands up and just flailing about, and then she eventually falls out of sight.
Oh
and the
my
girl
god.
falls down unconscious.
Plug just turns around and goes, "Nope."
I take a step away
Walks
from
away.
the girl.
And she lands on her feet and just falls asleep again.
Oh.
And just there's a silence in the room.
I like take a couple steps back towards her again and poke her. Is she awake?
She's just asleep. She just seems to be the soft breathing of a young child.
Okay.
You're outside.
Well, I'm at the door.
Okay, you didn't go out.
I didn't go fully out. I was trying to like motion to Caroline's character to like follow.
Oh.
I don't think she can see. Yeah, she wouldn't be able
That's
to
why I was
see.
going.
Well, I turned around from the witch that got burned, and I was like, nope, and started walking towards wherever everyone else
Can I
was. So I might
look
have seen it.
outside the door and see if I see anything?
Mm-hmm. You can look outside. You see the same thing that Zaikira saw. Just the path that leads away. There's a cart, a bunch of tall pine trees, and about 6 inches of snow on the ground as the wind blows it about.
Can I go look in the cart?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation.
I'm gonna pick up the little girl
Okay.
and I'm gonna walk towards the door that I opened, the front door.
Okay. I'll move her over there as well.
I want to follow because I want to inspect this
Okay.
child. What's wrong with you?
Okay, never repeat that sentence again.
Probably not something you want to say casually.
Lugaris, do you follow them as they're kind of outside? Lugaris?
Oh, yeah, I'm following.
Okay. You're all outside now. I'm just going to bring it back to the Grensville map.
Thank God we're out of that place.
You see as the cold night air billows about, just getting on every area of exposed skin seems to bite against. Very cold. A lot of you are used to it, however, from the cold ice deserts of Elzadar. You're not quite sure where you are at all, but you're not used to as many trees and mountains, which leads you to believe that this is either somewhere in northern Maleth Empire, Miranir, or Grenswellish. You, as players, know it's Grenswellish, but your characters do not.
Well, my character
How did
definitely
they get
doesn't.
here? I say very loudly.
I think we drank too much last night.
I don't even
Where?
know you.
So
Where are
just
you all
make
from?
a history check while you're thinking about it. So having you make a history. -2. You see that you remember the night before. You remember you moved into Grenswellish over the last couple weeks. That seems blurry. You remember you did do some drinking? You don't remember exactly why you came here, though.
I don't want to think. I'm curious now.
Right. You can
Do
see
I remember
Lily
why?
tap, like, say from behind everybody. Does anybody have some healing? Healing for Rush? His leg is kind of hurt.
Fine.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Who said
go over
that?
to Rush.
Really?
And I'm gonna use my last spell slot for cure wounds.
Okay. 9 hit points. All right, I'll take those back. Good. She like pats you on the shoulder and then like, never mind.
He looks at her like,
How much
"What are
health
you
do I
doing?"
have?
You're at 16,
No.
I think.
Ask for it, I dare you.
I will heal the midget.
If we all
Okay,
take a
that
short
is an
an offensive
rest,
offensive
term.
term.
if we all take a short rest, I could heal everyone.
For a little bit.
Oh, I could heal everyone as well.
9 hit points.
Mhm.
Back
But I
for
don't
you,
want to.
Dennis.
That's your job, Jonas.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Wait,
You could be an edgy cleric, but you're still a cleric.
Yeah, but I mean, I kind of like killing things more than healing things.
Do I remember why I was over here?
You can't recall anything at the moment.
Do I?
I'm the only one that
remember?
recalled something.
He remembers
So-
the drinking. He remembers drinking.
Well, I also remember moving over to this place.
You remember moving over to here. Like, not moving, but like going here for a reason. You traveled from Elzadar.
So I want to let them
Mhm.
know that I believe that we're here.
Does this?
I forget where we are.
You're in
Does this
Grensville.
have
You believe that you're in
anything-
Grensville.
Does
I
this have
tell
anything
them
to
I
do with
believe
my
we're in
organization?
Grensville-ish.
Alright, who has the highest wisdom?
Not me.
I have
I have
plus
+4.
3.
I have
Plus
+3.
4.
Maybe
Okay,
Jonas.
so
That would be me.
Liam,
I have
+4.
+0.
roll a perception.
A perception.
Oh, I have advantage on.
There's a reason for this, though.
Okay.
This is good. So, you see as you look around, as you just healed Rush, and then you notice the light from that, and then the light from Alessa. You notice something weird about their skin. You look at yours. You see that on your hand, it seems it's turning gray, like it's
Ooh.
undead.
Oh
It
shit.
like seems to be has
Alyssa's
slowly
arm?
spreading. And you look around, you see it's on Rush, you see it's on Lily, you see it's on everyone.
Oh,
Different patches of their skin seems to be decaying,
fuck.
dying.
I start staring at the death cleric. What's going on?
You haven't noticed. He's the only one that's noticed right now.
Oh, he is? Oh, okay.
He's the only one that's noticed right now.
He's like hardcore panicking right now. Like,
I'm just
you
gonna
can-
keep
you
this
can
on my shoulder.
Roll a
he
deception.
looks-
Roll a deception, Liam, if you don't want to give away your emotions.
He's
Everybody else
giving
roll
away-
insight.
He's you
You have a
he's
mascot.
freaking out.
Very
Oh,
good
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
insight. I'm very, very good at insight.
I don't
Same.
want to be good. Thank you.
This makes sense.
I don't think I am.
Alright.
But I'ma look anyways.
He's like, his body language is like, holy shit, what
Yep,
the
you don't beat
fuck?
it. Okay, you got a 6 as well. You actually do, because you're attacking this, you do actually like something's up.
He's just gonna point at Alessa's arm.
And
You
we all
see
look
that
at
your
us.
arm, like right here, like inner arm is just turned to like almost a stone color.
Oh,
Then you do
fuck,
realize it's not decaying, it's actual stone.
What do I have? What do I
You're
have?
turning to stone? We're all turning to stone?
You see that you touch one of your horns where he points. You see it feels like stone.
Spell magic do anything.
You see that he's like flipping through some like notes on like one of his books, and he's just like looking around like.
Did
"What
I
the hell is
notice
going
yet?
on?" You noticed. So, like,
Okay.
you have like one spot right there.
Would Sacred Flame do anything?
I'm gonna use this.
Okay.
That's magic.
You sense magic. You don't feel anything, except for
Hurry up with
those of you
wizards.
around you. He has magic. You realize that Zaikira has magic and Lily has magic.
So it's not.
This isn't magical base.
What about
is
Sacred
inside.
Flame?
You just launch a sacred flame and it does exactly.
Nice.
Just sputters out in the snow after a little bit.
Damn.
See, I'm thinking of something in my head, but my character wouldn't have thought of it, so I can't say it.
You can say here. What can you message? No, that's a lot of work for you. Say it. Say it. They won't. They won't metagame. They're good players. What do you
I
think?
think
What
it's
is Xuhn
because we
thinking?
left the building after being flashed by those people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it's from.
But,
But,
yeah,
I think
mean,
it's because we
that
left
crossed
the
my head.
building.
Oh boy.
So
Well.
I need anybody that is magic based
Mhm.
to roll a Arcana check. You, Liam, with advantage.
Emma, what
Wait,
does
I have
mine
advantage?
qualify as?
You have magic based.
I have advantage.
Okay,
you
so
said?
I'm the only one not rolling.
Well, Rush isn't rolling either.
Are you gonna roll for Queenie's character?
Yeah, I'm rolling privately for them,
Okay.
Yay. I got that.
so I don't have to switch names 1,000 times for Bluegaris and Rush and Lily.
Guys, I
No.
did a thing.
So, Alessa, you have the idea of why it's been triggered is something about leaving the house, something about the flash when you remove the chain, and something about what she said with that second flash. Liam, you know for a fact that whatever it is a delayed curse, a 3-step curse.
Oh
That-
no.
Whatever it is, and you've heard rumors. It's supposed to be folklore of there are 3 witches that are all searching for different aspects of power to outdo the other. And you know what might have been activated is something that they were supposedly looking for as these relics. One of them was called the Lifeless Eye. And you remember it recalls it turns the user slowly and painfully into stone.
He's
Oh,
gonna.
how nice.
He's gonna.
And then you look at the little girl that Zaikira is holding.
What is she? What is she, like? She wearing?
And then
anything
you remember
around
the
her
circle.
neck?
And you remember the circle of where she was, and you remember the runes. Something about her is the source of the power of this lifeless eye. You don't
Oh,
know if
sorry,
you don't
little
think
girl.
she did it. You don't think she did it because she didn't activate anything other than
What if we
being
kill her?
there.
Connected to the magic.
As far as you can tell, you don't think she'd have any effect. You think she might be able to undo it, but you don't know for sure.
The
Hmm.
Wake
runes
her up.
downstairs. The runes downstairs where we were first at. Maybe that.
And
Thing.
Zaikira, you're not quite sure. You know that there was a couple magical things that happened.
Mm-hmm.
You're not quite sure exactly as to what.
Okay, can I take the child from whoever has the child?
I have the child.
Okay,
I do not hand him the child.
I'm
He has
with-
not been nice to
I'm-
me. He is
I'm
not
You
the
say-
one
what do
I
you say,
want to
Liam?
give this child to.
I'm gonna talk to you. We need the child.
For what?
The child can possibly break the curse.
She kind of,
That
she
does
kind of
not
yawns.
convince me at all.
She yawns in her sleep and just kind of nuzzles up against.
You're not
Zakira's
using
arm.
this child. She's been through
The
so
child
much.
will not be harmed.
I'm gonna try to take
Probably.
the child from,
I don't even
Her.
need the child. I just need
Aggressively or
the
just.
like, gently take her out of her arms and start walking back into the building.
But what are you gonna do with her?
We're
I'm
not
taking
gonna
her back
harm the child.
downstairs. We're
Probably.
not gonna hurt her.
Probably. Anyway,
I'm not gonna harm the child. Come on,
I
I've had her the half this time.
Yeah.
won't.
You keep the child. Do not let that man touch this child.
You got this. I'm just gonna walk back in and like.
I'm going in as well.
Okay, you go back inside. Same as you left it. The stone has not gone away on your bodies.
That's fine. That's fine. We have to go to the basement. To the basement.
Okay, so you go back down into the basement. You see there's same thing. The blood is starting to dry on those runes, and they've seemingly gone darker than they were before. You see the wolf body still around. You see that the mimic is still on the ground. Nothing has changed. Nothing at all.
Plug walks up to the
Can I do
mimic
a
and kicks it
perception check
just to
just
make
in
sure.
case?
You hurt your foot a little bit.
can I do a perception check anyways?
Sure.
Well,
Nothing's changed. Alessa, nothing's changed.
alright. So, oh boy, what would I do? What
I'm
do I
gonna
do?
try
What
to
do I
wake
do?
up
What
the
do I do?
child.
What do I do?
You see, she kind of does that. And just looks at you and like, huh?
Hey, we need your help.
She's just looking around like, is she gone?
She's gone.
She just lays her head back down on your shoulder, and just like puts the other one arm up around your neck.
No,
kinda
we
hugging
need
you.
your help.
Mm. Okay.
There's a curse. We need your help.
No, I told you not to.
Not to what?
You shouldn't have helped me.
Okay, well, too late for that. What can we do now?
Don't know.
What were they doing to you?
She wanted my eyes.
Your eyes. Why did she want your eyes?
What was that name of the thing you said? I forget.
Wait, the
Lifeless eye.
The lifeless eye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say, kind of like not super loud, but just like a. Forget it again.
The
Lifeless
lifeless eye.
Lifeless eye.
No.
You lost the top hat because you got upset.
Okay, he's just gonna say, the lifeless eye.
Just out loud?
Yeah.
The witch said that a couple times. I don't know what she wanted.
But your eyes aren't lifeless.
You know what that
Are
means?
they?
Yet.
He's gonna point at your arm and say, it's not an eye, it's the curse.
So how do we break it?
Hell if I know.
There's powerful wizards that can break curses. Or
Where?
goddesses.
Where?
Are they in this building?
No. Not in the building.
Gets angry, goes and kicks the chest again.
Oh my god.
you nail your
Where can
pinky
we
toe.
find any of these people that can help you?
I mean, if we knew what we were, it would be.
There. I was in the woods. And she starts to cry over.
Aw.
And she starts to tell. She just starts weeping like
I go and rub her
hysterically.
back. No, it's okay. It's okay. You can tell us.
I'm gonna
She
wrap my
leans
cloak
towards
around
you,
her.
like arms out, like
Aw.
she goes into your arms.
Yeah.
We don't have time for this.
Where were the woods that you were playing in?
I'm gonna start ushering them back up the
Yeah,
stairs.
you see
towards
as
the
you
front door.
go to the stairs, and she points outside, and then she gets down. She walks out a little bit, barefoot in the snow. She points down the hill, and you also see a small lights of a town off in the distance.
Do you live there?
No, we were watching a festival.
Oh, do I know about this festival?
You know that
Is it
around this
performed or do I know
time
about this festival? Might have been in
is
town
the-
for this festival.
is the death solstice.
Ooh, that sounds edgy as shit.
You
I
know
love
for a
it.
Oh, is
fact
that
that
why I was there?
yeah, and you remember
Sorry.
immediately, Liam, clicking a step ahead of me. That you were here is because this small town is known to have some of the biggest vendors, the biggest
Very
amount of
death
people
solstice.
come into this because they honor the dead in in your opinion, one of the most respectful ways, which is through fire. They have big fire. They actually have fireworks, in a sense. They
Fire
have
performers.
performers. They have vendors, everything. And she was watching the festival. She was still kind of crying a little bit.
How did you get into there and into the basement? Do you remember that?
It was the witch.
The witch.
Did you
She
get into a
took
white
you
man
and she took all
stranger?
of us too?
Took me, killed my knight.
Oh, okay. It's okay. I rub her back and I just let her cry. Let's go down there, guys. I think we got some people to talk to. And I look
Okay.
at the rest of the crew.
He's just gonna start
Walk down
walking.
there? Okay.
I'm gonna start walking with the little girl then.
Plugaris, you do remember, you as they're walking away, you notice the cart.
The cart?
There's a cart there that has a horse on it.
Do we want to steal the horse and the cart?
I mean, the owner's dead. Why not?
I mean, I'm.
So you guys don't
I'm
notice.
climbing in.
Plugaris is like, okay.
I'm
He's like,
climbing
guys,
in.
there's a cart. Alright, guys, you want to take the cart? Did you all turn around like?
What?
You see Rush and Lily like also we're walking past it like.
Yeah, okay.
Might as
We
well.
can do that, of course.
We getting in?
Yeah.
You all
I'm
get in the cart.
I'm driving.
I'll drive. I'm
Yeah,
driving.
You see
driving.
Liam?
I
Liam-
get on the horse and drive the cart, and I put the girl
Alright,
in the
so
back.
I
You
need
drive
all
the
of you.
cart on a horse?
Well, you ride the horse. That's
No,
No,
you
you-
don't. You sit in the back.
You sit on the little bench that's usually on the.
Oh, I mean, it
You
could
can be on
have
the
been
horse
either
if you want
way.
to.
It could
I
have
mean,
been
you
either
can-
way.
Show off the horse.
there's no saddle on the horse.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then I sit in the little area on the cart.
So there's
wanna
three of
push
you all
her
kind
out.
of fighting
Oh,
into
oh.
there.
You
And
guys
then-
just sit back there. Keep watch. Do your.
You've got the
strength
kid.
thing.
Get back there.
I'm
Well,
not
no,
doing
the kid's
children.
back there, so I don't technically have the kid.
I'm not
Get in
doing
the back.
children. Get in the back.
Nope.
I don't think I trust you guys with writing. And
Rush
don't
and
think-
Lily Rush just face palms. and, like,
But you would
he's like-
trust
he
me with
tries
a
to push
child?
all of you
no,
out of
I
the
don't
front
trust
seat.
you with the child either.
You
You
Then
need to
let
get
me
to
pushes
drive.
drive,
purple.
you
Can you
idiot.
roll an
Just like
animal
I don't
handling
trust you
for
with
me?
the child, I do
Yeah.
not trust you with my life. You need to go back.
Okay, why would I crash?
Look at
Give me-
you. Literally
Can I push
look
them
at
both
You
off
see,
the
you see,
front seat?
Plugaris is already like got the horse walking, and he's just kind of holding onto it. It's like, you guys are idiots.
you.
You're just looking at
get
him
in
like-
the back. Me and the tiny one can do this.
Can I just try to shove both of them into the back?
Okay, make an
Probably
athletics.
succeed.
I'm gonna go against this.
Nope.
I don't
I
know.
can't roll athletics to save my life.
Same with.
Yeah, Liam, you're fine. Plugaris is fine.
Oh, do I need to roll an athletics?
I wasn't even trying to move Plugaris.
Come on.
Okay, never mind.
Give me something good. Nope. No.
Nope,
No.
you get.
Oh, I
you
got
get-
I got you in the
you
back.
fall on your ass into the back.
Ah! She yells.
I'm okay with him being up here, as long as it's not all
That's,
three of us
that's
fighting.
fine, you know?
Well, it is
Alright.
three of you guys. It's you two and a halfling.
Yep.
I'm with
That's
the
fine.
cats and the girl in the back.
I just, I'm not overly fond of Caroline's character.
I don't like you either. You're just a dick.
So true. So true.
You see, she ends up falling back asleep.
The girl.
Yeah, the girl.
Okay, cool.
You have to do the whole, like, babysitting thing.
How long does it take
You're
us
the
to get
babysitter.
to the town?
You see, it takes you about 45 minutes. It's very windy, very cold.
Can
There's nothing on the cart really.
Can,
Get a short rest? Nope.
can we get a short
quite,
rest? Can I
no.
do my song of rest for a short rest?
You have to be resting for an hour.
Damn, we're so close! You guys, before we get inside, do you want to rest for a little bit longer?
We don't
My
have
arm is
time
turning
for
to
a
stone.
rest.
I mean, you know.
As you
We
near
need
the
to go
town,
now.
you hear the sound of music. You see, this is more familiar from music you hear from Elzadar. You're like,
Liam immediately perks up. Like, he seems...
like all of you know this music.
I'm
Almost
dancing a bit to
ditching.
it.
Alessa is 100% ditching and climbing a tree.
Okay, you jump into the tree, make an acrobatics. You should be fine with that. Yeah, you're fine. You climb up, you look around, you see there seems to be like people parading through the streets with different instruments, and there's people on the ground playing, there's dancers, and there's people, and there's food, and there seems to just handing it out, and here, and this, and vendors, and just...
Cool. That's my kind of life right there.
Liam
You look to
looks
see as fireworks go
happy.
off above you, and you see the moon is full and above everybody.
Do
You
I
see-
see anyone I would recognize?
You take a look at these people. You see that a lot of them are elven, but you see no one that looks familiar in terms of garb, anything. You're looking closely. You don't see anything. You know these people are Grensville-ish people. They're dressed very warm in their furs and their heavy cloaks. A lot of them are wearing blues and whites with little bits of brown. Very Nearth colors that all of you know. One of the goddess of regrowth. However, you do see a bunch of red mixed in. It seems that
My
this
people.
day, it seems there's a lot of people from Elzadar that have come up from this town.
That's all we
And now you do know that generally, from kind of asking around a little bit, you're in this town, right here.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay.
It's called. It's called oh, let me. I don't have my notes. Shit, I don't remember the name of this town.
What a bad DM. Ugh.
Parnswood. There we go.
Parnswood.
That's what it
Okay.
was. Parnswood.
Do I know Parnswood as someone who?
You have never been here before.
Mhm.
You've heard about this festival, all of you.
Ooh, okay.
This is the first year that it all clicks all of a sudden. You were gonna go to this,
Mhm.
and you don't remember though why you didn't.
Right. We got.
You assume you got taken somewhere by this Elazura.
I told you not to get in vans with strangers.
Do you actually?
You're not sure.
No, not no.
Alessa's
do not
gonna
exist.
kind of
It was a
stay
wagon.
hidden and like try to move like along the roofs of the houses or in the shadows like of alleys or whatever. But she's
Yeah,
gonna
make a-
keep an
make a
eye on
stealth
them.
check. If anybody wants to see her, you have to make a perception. Otherwise, you do not know her.
I'll throw my hat in the ring. Might as well. Nope. Okay.
Not
Close,
quite.
no,
Let's see. Plugaris is gonna pull this out, dude.
Nope.
No, not quite. You didn't do
better
that
than
bad,
me.
though. 16. You had to beat a 19. They don't know where she went.
I don't know.
Lily actually does notice and looks up and is like, there she goes.
The world's
Did you,
what-
like, jump
The
across
blind
and
one
without looking
sees,
around?
and those of us with actual
Well, because the bird is
eyes
also
don't.
just sitting right
Yeah,
here.
Exactly.
The world is like, wait, what? What's happening? What?
Like, she points up and then she's going, oh, she's gone. You
It's
notice that
okay.
Alessa's not there.
Let's
You pull the cart into town, you see like people laughing and there's like jokes and there's rowdy. You all of a sudden you see a fight. But it seems to be like, come on, let's
fun.
go. It's like it seems like they're laughing and smiling like during the fight and they're just like beating on each other and then it gets a little serious, but it's like they like after like one person wins, they kind of shake it off and the other they pour some ale or something to each other. Walking through.
I like this. Huh. Where are we in the town right now?
You see you're on the outskirts pulling into one of the main streets
Okay.
that lead up into this town. There's a lot of things that split off of it. You see that there's this big, huge central area that's like a big round, like almost a pentagon, that where there's different main streets that split off. And there's this huge fountain as well, and there's stages that seem to be set up. There's like plays and theaters and vendors. Some people seem to be handing things out for free. Some people seem to be making a little bit of coin or selling things for cheaper prices, but nothing too expensive. And you see there's children running and playing, laughing
The girl
about.
said that she was here with the parent.
You said she was watching with her knight.
Oh, her knight. That's what it was. I'm gonna kind of tap her and to like stir her awake a little bit, and be like, where was the last place you saw your knight?
And we didn't come to the town.
No.
We
Where were you?
we waited in the forest outside because we didn't want to scare anybody.
You didn't
Now
want
my knight is
Why do you think you guys would have scared people?
my. I lose control sometimes,
Okay.
and my knight is to protect me. And now he's gone.
It's okay. We might be able to find him. What if he's looking for you here in the town?
He's dead.
Oh, okay.
She just burst into tears again.
No, I pat her back. It's okay. Look, you got us protecting you now. We're here for
She's
you.
just crying even
Good
more
at this
now.
lady.
Aw.
Roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. If I get something bad on this one, laugh.
With disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm good.
You see, you manage to quiet her down. You play like a couple strums on your ukulele, and she seems to enjoy it. And it calms her down a little bit. And then she kind of nestles back in, staying close to you, and just like she's like shaking. She's also not wearing a whole lot. She's like in a simple nightgown, essentially.
Oh.
And her lips are turning blue.
The green sash I have around me, I pull off and use it as a robe for her, so she can feel a little bit more comfy, like a blanket-y robe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How far are we from the city now?
You're like in the almost in the main
Oh,
circle
okay,
now.
Cool. We should get off here and look around.
I'm just looking around from like the roofs and the trees
Okay.
for anything that would be helpful.
You see, you don't find a whole lot. These roofs are also really hard to stay on. You're finding you're not used to the flat roofs of El Zadar. You're able to do it because you are skilled. You do notice that it's like they're very steep. Like they're meant to make sure snow slides off of them, so they're very steep slate roofs. And you see that there are some people on one of the far roofs on one of the bigger buildings that seems to be more flat. It seems like that's where they're setting off fireworks. That's all you really notice, though. However,
Maybe
nothing dangerous. It seems like everybody's just here to have a good time. You see, there are Grenswillish guards that you would assume to be guards that are walking around, but it seems they're happy. They're not taking anything too seriously. They're just making sure nothing gets too out of hand.
Maybe we can find someone who knows the witch we just killed.
And Lily kind of perks up and maybe even knows how to get rid of the curse.
Yes. I don't know where to start with that though. How about you, Mr. Death Cultist over here? You think you know anyone here that could probably know who that witch was? Some higher up in the death culting thing?
I tend
Would I
to
know
stay
anything?
away from here.
Plugaris, you know not necessarily how to get rid of a curse. You know the best way to get information is usually in a tavern. And he kind of just like, we could go to a tavern.
You know?
You guys can go. I will wait outside.
Then you'll have to wait outside with the little girl.
Never mind, I'm going.
Let's
Lisa.
go to a tavern.
You see
Wait,
Rush
actually-
surprisingly is like, I could stay by the card and the girl.
Thank you, Catman.
Well, then I'll wait outside.
But
Okay.
you're gonna stay outside with the girl and
You see,
Rush.
I need whoever's
Never
manning the search for a tavern. I need you to make an investigation. That would be Plugaris.
Plugaris.
No,
Okay.
not yet. Intelligence phase.
Yikes.
Oh god.
I want to help him out with that.
I can.
You
I
see,
can roll
okay,
too.
both of you roll.
Oh, I have it. No.
Roll it again.
You know what? Can I?
Wow.
Can
Take
I
the
try and
disadvantage
find
one. Be nice.
Nope.
Come on.
I'm gonna. Okay.
So,
I'm not gonna tell him.
Hey, there's so many things happening.
Oh,
We're
you're
all
not
just kind of
helping?
like, what happened?
all right,
No,
Liam, you do
I'm
notice that. You
I'm
see
looking
as
for him myself. I'm
Plugaris
just
is
not
like,
telling
all
him.
right, let's go. And he like immediately starts walking off, and Zaikira follows him. And then Alessa just notices after a second of walking and spins around hearing music. And then you noticed immediately that behind them was a tavern. And Alessa's like, Alessa, you see this, and you're like, you see them walking away.
I'm staying where I am because I'm like right next to the
You see
tavern.
Liam looking at you like. You see Plugaris is like almost out of earshot now.
I'm just gonna stay kind of hidden still.
You didn't see anything.
So you're just gonna let
Like,
us
you're-
keep walking towards the place that's not the tavern?
Oh hey, yeah, I am.
Okay.
You
What
see
do we
Lily
find
calls-
since
Lily
we don't
calls
find
out-
the tavern?
Lily calls out, is like, Tiefling, halfling,
Huh?
short
Wait,
person.
the cat
Hey.
lady's talking to us, huh?
I just realized I don't know your names. Also, there's a tavern right there.
Mine is Zaikira. Also, thank you.
Mine's Lily.
Meanwhile, Liam is standing next to the tavern.
Lily's a very pretty name. I have a song for that. I won't sing
I
it
just
now.
look over to the kid and I'm like, call me Plug.
Plug?
So it gives you a kind of a strange look. All right. And then she walks back into the tavern. You see them all walk in, Alessa.
I'm just gonna sit here,
Except for Liam. Liam, did you go in
kind
or
of
no?
keep watch over the door.
He's going in because he doesn't want to have to babysit.
All right, everybody but Rush. And the little girl goes inside. You're met with this. The music that you've been hearing is coming from this tavern. Is you see, there are two tieflings. One is a white skinned with black horns, and one is black horns with white skin. And the contrast between the two, the opposite, are just, you see they are playing many instruments at once. And you see it seems like they're using magic or something, and they're dancing along with it as well. They're playing this melody to everybody, and there seems to be a lot of people around the tavern as well. So it's very crowded right now.
I do when I walk into the bars, I just get a drink.
Okay. All right, so you walk up to the barkeep. You see is a very large man with very broad shoulders and a thick handlebar mustache and long blonde hair. And he goes, "Aye, you looking for a drink?"
Liam's gonna sit down also next
Hey.
to Plug.
Are you with each other? Are you together?
I sit
Nope.
down with them
Yes.
as well.
All right, who am I getting around the drinks here?
I'm good.
The guy with the mask is paying.
Wait,
All right, he
You're
turns
dead.
away.
Zaikira looks around. Is there any indication that it's an open stage? Or is it set performers that he has listed?
You see that there are just the two performers at the moment, but you see there are seemingly other people with instruments standing off on the side.
Cool.
But there's no
Alright.
listing, it seems.
That's what I wanted to know. Alright.
don't embarrass yourself.
Alrighty. You see he comes back and places these huge mugs.
No,
You're
go for it.
used to in Elzadar, usually smaller glasses, but it's usually very heavy alcohol. This, you're hoping, is not as heavy because the mugs are like this big.
Oh
For-
my god.
For Plugaris, it's like as big as his torso.
Yeah,
Oh
Plug
God.
just smiles really big and just grabs the drink and just starts going for it.
Just
That's
going
good.
nuts. Alrighty.
While Liam is taking bits at a time.
You're just like, you sip it. Plugaris, you don't care. You like alcohol for
I have a
alcohol.
-1 constitution. This is not good
You're
for
just
me.
like, this is, if anything, it's stronger than the stuff in Elzadar in a bigger mug. So Plugaris, who's also roll a constitution check.
Wait, do I have to roll one?
Yeah, you were just taking a sip. He just
Okay.
went. He's a
Okay.
good
Slug goes
constitution.
down.
You're fine at the moment. You're fine at the moment. But you're like, after drinking it, you're like, your like eyes are watering, and you didn't even realize you're like, oh. It's just like that was the strongest drink you've ever had.
Idiot.
You've had a lot of alcohol. Alrighty. So, Lily was given a drink, and so was Zaikira, and she kind of looks at it like
I don't want the drink. I'll probably look at it and be like,
he just got
Laugh out
around
loud,
for
though?
everybody. So there's two unclaimed glasses now, Plugaris.
I'm gonna grab the glass and slide it over to Plugaris.
you just slide another one to Plugaris.
oh my god.
You still have your own though. You just
Yeah,
all right.
I still
I'm
have
gonna
my
make you have it. You make another
I'm still
constitution.
sipping my own, and then I'm gonna take the other one.
Okay, so you have two. He
Slide
has
it over to
two.
Plugaris.
Oh my god. So you're still fine. You're just like, you're ready for the taste now. You're good. You're down the third one. You're feeling really happy. You're really feeling really good right now. You're just everything's
Liam
funny.
is
right now.
grinning.
Literally,
under his
everything's
mask.
funny. You're just like.
Who are the other people sitting sitting around in the bar?
You see around the main bar area. There's not a lot of people sitting there at the moment. It seems there's a lot of people. They're at tables with friends and family. You see there's a couple people. You see there is, surprisingly, there is a, which you know is surprising for this area, there is a red dragonborn.
Oh.
Very scales, and he's very dressed up. And there's a woman sitting next to him that has long blonde hair, maybe a little bit of elven descent, a very fancy purple dress, while he is donned in silver. It seems like they're talking. It seems to be something religious, but normally what is usually an argument, it seems like they're just having a chat, a discussion, a debate, but a mature one without arguments, which is a surprise.
I want to flag down the barkeep.
Oi, what do you need?
This one, pointing over to Plagiaris. He wants another drink.
Alright, do you? He looks over at Plagiaris.
Make that
Alright.
2 more for me too. Put it on his tab.
No, do not. No.
Alright. Alright. Wait, what? No. Wait.
Yes,
Am I
2
getting
more,
drinks?
2
She
more,
can
2
pay
more
for her
me.
own drinks.
No, he's gonna pay for it. He's a nice man. 2 more for
I
me,
Alright,
am
if
please.
not a
he's-
nice.
Alright, I'm only getting drink if for who's paying for them. If you're not paying for them, you can't ask a drink no more. He turns around and gets the 2.
Wait, do I even have any money?
No. You didn't search around enough in that
That's
place.
a fat no. You know, I'm just gonna kind of
Wanna
bail
run?
on you
As soon as
guys.
Plagiaris is just on the floor.
I'm gonna go and go check on him, but not really, so I can stealth out of there.
I want to go up to the bartender where he went off to.
After I
Mhm.
finish my
And
drink.
I
He's,
want
he's just
to-
like he's like in a area that's like around the corner because like the bar is on a corner.
Yeah.
He's like around the corner a little way from you guys.
I'm
Can
gonna
I-
drink the rest of my drink and then stealth out of there.
Okay. Roll a
Can I
stealth check.
ask? Oh my god.
Yeet. Damn.
Nope.
Wow.
There's too many people. We'll get back to that in a second.
I go up to him and say, is there any way that I could pay with a performance of my own? And I want to
He looks at you.
persuade him.
Crosses his arms. Depends on if you're any good.
Oh, believe
Yes,
me,
I
I
want you to
am.
pay for it. Alright. Can I hear a few chords then?
Sure.
Can I hear a little something?
And I
Roll-
strum
Roll a
through my-
performance. Roll a
Roll
performance.
performance? Okay, I'll do it.
Then we can see if you need to actually like play or if you can just go. Nah, yeah, you're good. So what do you play to get his attention? And
I
be like,
just
yeah.
play him a couple chords and a little bit of a ditty.
Alright. After these 2, you can play something? How long are you playing for?
I want to play for a little bit over 10 minutes.
So just this okay, short time, got it.
Yeah.
They probably want a break anyway. They've been here for like 3 hours.
Okay.
They've made a lot of tips though.
That's good to know. Thank you. And I go back with the table as
And he
I
comes
lay
he
on
kind of
the
walks
rails.
back over
Mhm.
and he doesn't actually notice you leave. He rolled a 1.
There's too
Ah,
many
yeah.
people.
I'm out of here.
Does he give me my two beers that I asked for
No.
No, because he said he was gonna pay for them.
And then
So
I
what are you
realized I
gonna
had
do?
no money and I'm bailing.
though?
Plug is passed out, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
I got you
He's on the
passed
floor.
out and then I'm out.
you see Alessa, you see Liam leave the tent. Leave not the tent. Leave the tavern.
I'm
I'm
going.
gonna look
I
very
don't like him,
He
so
looks-
you know.
He looks very not stealthy. But like he looks like he's trying to stealth. He's like like doing a tiptoe thing. And like crunch to the snow.
Oh gosh, can I like go
I'm
go
just-
like to the side and just stay there?
Okay.
I'm gonna stay on the roof and just kind of look at him, very confused.
Okay.
He, do
You
I
see that
roll to
You
see
see
if
that
I
the music
notice, or-
stops and the bartender's like, "Yep, let's go, kid. Go on."
Wait, can I hear?
You no.
That-
You heard the music stop. That's it.
I'm curious now.
Okay. You look back inside.
I'm just poking my head in.
You see, he's like urging you to go up on the stage, Zaikira.
Oh.
He's like, "Come on, let's go."
Yeah.
Everybody.
Okay. I get up.
You see, as the musician leaves, like as they watch you get on the stage, it's like they're all quiet down. They're like giving you looks like, another tiefling? Who's this now?
And I sit down in the center of the stage, and I pull out my weird-looking lute, my nice
And that
ukulele.
immediately gets some whispers.
And I sing this first little ditty.
Okay.
And like, she's not really trying to sing this one. She's like saying it because she's gonna do something fun in a second.
Okay.
So she goes, I know what you're thinking, and maybe it's true, but try not to judge my move, cause something quite magic is bound to happen in maybe a string or two. And with that, I want her to use prestidigitation.
Okay.
And cast, yeah, like sparkles, like fireworks. They can't harm anyone, but they just kind of poof out everywhere.
All right, roll a
And-
performance.
Oh my
with
god. wait, I might do something along with that too.
Okay.
And okay, I'm gonna hate doing this when I do it anyways. And along with the sparkles, like as everyone's too focused on the big poof and the fireworks going off, I want to use disguise self and transform myself into a pretty looking half elf lady,
Okay.
like a gorgeous lady.
Okay.
So
So roll performance first.
Okay.
Okay. 'Cause they're like, oh, and then with a sparkle of light.
Like a goddess, like almost like a ethereal looking half elf lady. Like she just looks
Okay.
beautiful.
And you're like, they're like,
gown.
oh, again, and they're just like giving like light applause, and just like they're like looking for more now. Like they're all looking forward a little bit on the edge of their seat.
And with that, okay, so I want to my thing is, it's not gonna count, but I want to ask anyways. Can I do my Song of Rest just for the general room? No?
You can, I mean, it's not gonna do anything.
Okay, because I don't want to use this song and not have it like...
I mean, you could still sing a song of it, or use the song.
Gregarious is
Just
resting.
you're singing. Yeah, if he sleeps for an hour, he'll get the benefit.
We haven't figured out anything.
Nope.
Wait, so Plugarius will get the benefit?
If he sleeps for an hour, currently he's just drunk on the floor.
That's true.
That was
How
my
much
plan
time
all
has
along.
gone by, by the way? That we've been in
Since
this bar?
you've left the house,
No, since we've been in this bar.
in this bar, like 30 minutes,
Okay, cool.
sitting down, getting drinks,
We
weeding.
are
So
literally dead.
with a very soft demeanor, she says, "I'm going to sing you guys a lullaby. Is that okay?" To the crowd, and she's
They're just
doing
kind
an
of like-
accent and everyone.
There's like everybody's kind of like, sure. Everybody's very non-committal responses.
Oh, that doesn't help me. You know what? Never mind. I
Now you're
instead-
sitting up there, people
I
are
know, I'm
getting
still
like,
sitting
come
up
on,
there."
play something, play something.
I play through. No. Wait, I can. No, do I want to though?
You can
No, I
also
don't
just
want
like
to.
start playing something and say
I'm
you're
gonna-
going for there.
I play a soft song, not even the lullaby that I was gonna sing. And this one is just like a hymn, so I'm just humming along like this very goddess-looking woman on stage is just humming along as she's playing all these really pretty chords and just.
Mhm. Okay.
Costia, stay awake.
She's gonna get the lullaby here in a second. She's gonna get a short rest. Oh wait, maybe a long rest. Gotta make a decision.
I
Caroline.
can use another cantrip, right?
Yeah.
And then as I'm playing along, I want to use another prestidigitation because I can have, you can have up to 3 of its of its things.
Not instant.
Yeah. And this one, I want it to like slowly occur on the background of the stage as a flower blooming as the hymn goes along. So as I'm humming along and going, ah,
Okay.
then so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And the flowers just blooming beautifully, like really pretty imagery on the wall of a flower blooming and blossoming.
All right, roll a performance. And then that's as far as we're gonna go with this part because it's taking too long.
Oh, that's even better.
All right, you see they're pretty intrigued.
Have I been performing for 10 minutes?
Yeah, we're gonna say like with this, you go into that and you just start playing some songs that you know, and you're more used to shorter songs. And like every time you stop, you're noticing they kind of like they're getting antsy, so you're trying to play longer and just like play chords that you know. And you start to get a rhythm for it, and then it's been like 10, 20 minutes.
Okay.
You know, it's like 15. And you're just like, I'm not sure exactly what the time is, but it's been over 10 minutes.
During this time.
Really quickly. And with that, I want to do an enthralling performance.
Okay.
And it says up to a number of them equal to your charisma modifier, which means I can charm 4 people.
4 of them. What's your spell save DC, by the way?
My spell save DC is 15.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for those 4 people.
And I want to specifically focus the 2 people that I saw, the Dragonborn and the half elf that were talking to each other.
Okay.
Jonas's character.
He's not. Okay, Jonas, roll. So you can be the 15. You're rolling. Wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw.
Gotta.
Check must succeed a wisdom saving throw against your spell. No, he. I'm a 15.
That's like a +7 on there too.
That's literally a +7 to wisdom saving throws. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be easy. Overconfidence is what.
While charmed in this way, the target idolizes you. It speaks glowingly of you to anyone who speaks to it, and hinders anyone who opposes you.
Would he know that this is happening?
No.
At the moment.
At the end of this, no one will know that they had a hint of me charming them at all. That's the whole move.
I feel like if he's talking about you that way, you'd be like.
He might realize later, maybe.
Like,
we'll see.
Like
it says if a target succeeds on its save with effect, the target has no hint that you tried to charm it. So if I got to charm you.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
This might actually work
take it
in
too
my
long,
favor.
Caroline. Take it too long.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so
I'm trying to get information here.
So
wait, I got one more person.
All right, no more. Hold on. This is what happens.
I got one more person. I want to also do the bartender. That's it.
Bartender succeeds. He does not care. He's not even looking at your performance.
God damn it.
He doesn't care at all. And the lady is very enthralled. Like the Dragonborn is just like, it was nice, but doesn't seem to care. And then you have Liam, but that's it. And you see the woman after your performance, and you start to get off the stage, and the other 2 performers start to kind of come back on after they've rested for a little bit. As they walk up, they're just like, "That was a good little performance, not bad. You're a little flat on a couple keys, though." And they walk by you. You know damn well that you weren't. Yeah, no, that was the 2 performers that are back on the stage.
Oh, okay, cool.
They basically just said you were kind of
Yeah.
Even though you know you did a really good job.
I rolled that, it's fine.
Can I disguise myself by taking off my top hat and death clay?
Roll a deception.
All the mask and everything.
Roll a deception.
Okay.
Where are you gonna be putting it though?
Wait, what does he want to do?
He's taking off his top hat and mask to disguise himself.
I also want to take off the cloak.
Okay.
So
I got a 10.
Completely. No, I would look totally different though. Who knows what I look like under this?
I mean, body type, things like that. Hair color.
By the way, he's still charmed.
Yeah. So you just want to basically like.
It would work out.
You want to be like, oh my god, this person was so great. They're so good at music.
But like, it works out in my favor because I'm like, oh, I'm a different person. So I'll take it off.
You see the woman also walks over to you. It's like, that was the best performance I've heard in a long time. You have to tell me, what instrument is this?
It's called a ukulele.
What?
A ukulele.
It is beautiful.
Thank you so much. You mind if I come sit with you?
Yes, of course, come on.
And I go and sit down and hutch
Liam is going to walk into the bar.
You're in the
Without
bar.
my stuff on.
Right, without your stuff.
Do I see him walk back into the bar?
Roll a insight.
No, don't insight, please. Do not stop.
Yeah, you see him.
Damn.
Oh, but Liam, get me another drink, please.
He's literally gonna. He's gonna.
You're
be
charmed.
Like, he's gonna look at you like I have no clue who you are, but he's also like,
You're
"Yeah,
charmed.
You had a really good performance.
You're charmed.
He's saying you had a really good
He
performance.
doesn't
and
have
he's
to
like,
go do what you say. He
He's
just.
not gonna, I'm not gonna go give you a drink. He's like,
And there's anyone who poses you, I guess. Avoiding violence, Alessa is already inclined in the fight behalf.
he's really good performance. But he's trying his hardest to act like he has no clue who you are.
Yeah, you realize it's not working.
I'm denying everything
Oh
until I die.
Fulgaris, you
Will
start to wake
never
up.
hear
You have a horrible headache.
I'm gonna go up to the bar.
Fulgaris, I'm gonna have you see if you can tell if it's Ian or not. Liam.
Ian.
Yeah, you can. You're like.
You guys will never get an answer.
You're like, oh, it's Leo.
No. You're crazy.
You just hear like a groan and then hey Liam.
He's gonna ignore you. Completely.
I want to talk to the half elf. And I want to ask her what brings you to this town, to this festival. And I asked it generally to both of them, but I'm talking with the.
Okay, you see the Dragonborn is kind of giving you like he doesn't want to look at you, but he's looking at you. He's like turning his nose down at you. And the woman is like, well, me and Theodore here were actually in from the Malith Empire. You see, he is a high-ranking general, and we have come up to this festival for the Death Solstice. It's supposed to be the best. He's actually been every year since he was a child, isn't that right, Theo? Well, we've been here for many years. This is my second time only, but it's been just wondrous. Simply enthralling, just like your performance, darling.
That's great that you've been enjoying it.
So why are you here?
Oh, well, obviously to perform.
I heard you talking at the bar. You just asked to perform now.
Yes, I did. I like to bar hop and go into different bars and perform for people. I think it's really fun. Just like you like to come to this festival all the time for the fun of it. How is it like in the Malith Empire?
Fine.
Well, this half-elf speaks so highly of you. You must be so great though over there, right?
It's business as usual, as you'd expect it for a person of our kind, or not. A human or an elven, it's difficult.
Yes, I completely agree. I think you're doing great anyways.
Could you leave us alone now, please?
I want to
No, that isn't very nice. She's just a sweet little tiefling. Doesn't mean any harm. She pinches your cheek kind of aggressively, and you're just like...
I wanted to also ask, well, I mean, you've been here every year. Do you know any witches in the town? I'm looking for a witch.
Theo, didn't you say there was a rumor of there's supposed to be a couple around here? That's just stuff to scare children.
Well, I would love to hear the tales, please. I'm really just searching
Can
for
I
anything.
can I roll to hear what they're saying from where I am?
Yeah, you can hear them fine. Liam, you're also there.
Oh, well, I start stumbling over there, and I'm like still like half drunk.
You're just
God.
like bleary-eyed, like little tipsy, like. Bleh. I wanna-
I'm going to help.
say witch over here?
I'm gonna help him,
You're helping him, like.
and I'm gonna be like, "Whoa there, little guy."
Liam, please take the little one away for now, please.
He's literally not
I
he's
am
ignoring
not
you again.
that little. You're the little one.
Oh my
He
god.
says like doing one of these and then like almost falling over.
No,
And then-
be careful.
and then picks him.
This way, little guy.
Hinders anyone who opposes me, and if I don't want the halfling to come by me, Liam,
Okay.
please take him
You're-
away.
you're pushing him away.
I'm ushering him away.
All right.
Anyways, please continue. I'd love to hear the tales.
Well, She looks at Theo, and you see the
I'm
bartender
looking
comes
at
over.
Theo like.
You talking about witches over here?
Oh, do you
I-
know something too?
Oh, I know quite a lot about witches. You see, they say that there is this evil witch that lives not far from here, right by the base of the mountains. She's got the power to turn people into undead servants. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so
She'll
out of
take
this
in
world.
little children and turn them into monsters.
Wow.
But that's what the folklore say.
Uh-huh.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that
probably
sounds
nothing.
so crazy. It sounds like it could never happen.
You see his
And just
his
like
eyes
from the door,
look
you
towards
just
your
hear-
horns.
Hear him
Oh.
shout like,
And he's the
"Hey,
one
a
that's-
children monster! What?" As he's like getting dragged out.
Go,
You drag him outside, Liam. He was like,
And then I re-enter the bar.
okay.
After I
what
look
did the
at him like,
bartender
"Stay."
do? I didn't hear you.
He's looking at your horn that's like has the stone on it.
Oh.
It's like he's kind of giving you like a.
Do you have any other tales, sir?
Not as. No, that's the main one
Do you
I've
think?
heard about witches.
Yeah, I'm really trying to find a witch in this town. Maybe preferably a good one that could help me out a bit, you know? And do I see him looking at my horn?
Yeah.
I kind of nudge my horn more in his eyesight so that he knows that I know that I want him to know what I'm talking about. I'm really looking
You
for
see,
our
you see, he walks around the bar and like puts an arm around your shoulder and just excuse us for a second.
Hmm.
He's leading you like arm over your shoulder and just like.
Can I
he
follow?
starts- yeah, you'd want to anyway. You see
Yeah,
the woman
you'd
also
want
is
to.
following, and it's just he doesn't notice.
Okay.
And he's like whispering something in your ear. All right, I see you've got some shit going on, but I don't know how to help you. But there's someone that might.
Cool.
Go over. There's a house on the far end of town. You see as he pushes outside. He's pointing like way over the crowd. You see in the far end of town, there's a little hill that goes up by a broken bridge. There's a little house there that's usually abandoned. But sometimes around this time of year, there's a wizard that comes around that's very powerful. He sometimes grants wishes to those that are sick, those that are dying. Sometimes he stops it from happening.
Thank you so
Always.
much.
I don't know what you got yourself into, but no reason someone to die on a night like this.
Thank you. And I kiss him on the cheek.
He just kind of like very confused, is like walks back to the bar.
I
You see
go
the
back.
woman is still following you.
Yeah. I go back to the woman and the dragonborn, and I'm like, you guys, this has been such a great festival. Thank you so much for letting me speak to you. I hope we'll see each other around. Yes.
But where are you going?
We're just going
I
to go
know
look
nothing
around
more.
more.
A
Yeah.
different bar. Then I will go. I will come with you.
It's okay. You don't have to come with
No,
me.
I will come with you.
Okay, you can come with me.
And you see, gets up. Come on, Theo, and he just like pulls her back, and she's like aggressively and like talking with him as you like kind of walk away. Liam's following you. Liam, you see that like as you get out of the tavern, you're like your head clears, and you're like, was a good performance, but you're like,
I'm just like, oh,
you shake your head.
shit.
You see Lily also comes out of the
I'm gonna
out of the
recollect
tavern,
the
like looking.
things.
Is like, any luck?
I think I know where to go now. But let's get out of the busy streets, and we can talk a little bit somewhere else.
I
Plug
totally
like walks
wasn't
up to
leaving
you
the
at this
whole
point
time.
and
Got
is
him.
just like, whoa, what were you talking about in there? It
Also, he
sounded
got
important.
wasted, and I want to throw him into the back of the wagon.
Okay, you help him into the wagon, and you start moving towards that side of town. It's a little hard to navigate through this circle. There's so many people just out and about.
I'm heading towards the far
Far
east?
side of the town.
Far side of town.
I'll follow.
Make a survival check.
Okay. He pointed in the direction, right?
Yeah, he pointed, so with
I'm good
advantage.
at survival. Oh,
Actually,
okay.
just yeah. Roll again if you like.
Okay.
Purple, I can still roll. No one will be able to see it though. Like I'll have to say it out loud.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I trust you. Alrighty. So, you make your way over, you're leading the cart around, no problem. You're able to get through there, you see the broken bridge, and you see that the cart will definitely not be able to pass. There's a small gap, and there's this big, like, manor that seems to be caved in a little bit on the one side, roofs is felled in, windows are boarded over, and there seems to be offerings around different places on this hill that this house resides upon. The wood is very dark and very maybe a little rotted. There seems to have been colors of purple and green faded paint that was put on it. And you see that there is a small light in one of the windows.
Can I just drop down into the cart?
Yep. You fall quietly into the cart behind them.
Plagaris just eyes open really wide, like, there you are.
What did you guys find out?
There might be a wizard in this house who can help us.
The big.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think we
More
should go
dangerous
inside.
houses.
Yes. Look at us. We're a bunch of capable people. I believe in us.
Speak for yourself.
Except for that one. That one's not that capable.
You see as you approach the door, you see that it is the only thing that seems to not be boarded shut is the door. But there's no handle.
Ooh, spooky.
Is there a place
She's
where
going
like the
to-
handle was?
There's a place where the handle was, but there's
Can I
no handle
Can I
currently.
give the door a nice knock?
Yeah, I was gonna knock it too.
All right, you. There's no response.
I'm gonna knock again, but a little bit louder.
Plug wants to try to pry open the door with his axe instead of
No,
bursting
no. Do not.
He's already done it. He's already done it.
Little
You were
halfling.
paid.
No.
But I'm in front of the door. How are you? How?
He's going to the side of the door.
Oh boy.
So you have to roll this with disadvantage, unfortunately, because you are drunk. But I'm having you roll.
And before a nat one, and he drops his axe on his foot.
That's without disadvantage.
I know, I'm trying to get it. Well,
What is-
21 was your lowest. As you go in and you just. The door falls inwards. Alright, I got it.
Let's go. Clutch.
Okay. And I step over the door and walk in.
You see there's a light on the end of the hallway, but it's a greenish blue kind of color. And
Mr. Wizard! I whisper down the hallway.
you feel like a rush of wind, and you hear your own voice call back, Mr. Wizard!
Oh.
Wizard."
And I... Cool. Oh, cool. Okay. No, I'm gonna keep walking down this hallway, though. For sure.
Okay, you walk down. As you get close, the light disappears.
The light disappears? Is it
And
dark?
then now it's dark and you can't see anything.
Dancing lights!
You throw them upwards, and you don't see any of your party behind you. You're by yourself in a room that has no exits, no entrances, no windows, nothing. There's a chair behind you that's lit by a light from the ceiling that you cannot see.
I don't like this!
And from what you guys see, you just see her down at the end of the hallway. She put lights out, and then she's just like
guys?
looking around like crazy.
Hello?
I'm gonna jog to catch up to her.
You catch up to her, and
Yeah, I want to put my hand on her shoulder. And be like,
Hello?
You okay?
Whoa!
and you see as they come towards you, the room you snap out of it, and you're like, huh.
Oh, that was weird. I don't like that, Mr. Wizard. Whoever just casted that on me.
And now you see there's a pathway to the right. There's a light at the end of the hallway again.
Oh my god.
Same flickering light.
I'm
I
gonna go
run
towards it.
towards it. We both.
All right, so you both run towards it this
I'm gonna
time
push her. I'm
together.
gonna trip her.
Okay, roll an athletics.
And I'm gonna not let him trip me.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm not gonna get good roll.
You see, you don't fully trip, but it slows you down a little bit.
Hey!
You see, as you're looking back to trip her, a wall appears out of nowhere and just, and then you run into him, however, as well,
Fuck.
and he falls back on top of you.
Ow. Oh,
And,
God.
and
Why'd you do
Plug
that?
just steps over their bodies and
What's
walks
the
to the light.
reason?
you see that Bulgaris just kind of walks past you where the wall was, and he walks right through it.
Whoa, that half man is special.
I'm doing the same thing.
You see, you slowly approach it this time, and you're able to walk through it.
And I follow through.
Okay, Alessa, are you still following?
Yeah.
You look behind you, and you don't see Lily. You don't see Rush. You don't see the girl who were previously following you.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh.
You see you
Actually,
walk
it's
into
not
another
okay.
room now.
Trying to find the girl.
You see as you turn around, Alessa, the hallway seems longer than you remember it, and you keep walking and walking and walking. And you go a little faster maybe, and you keep going forward. And then you see that there are people, but they're walking towards you. And you walk forward to see Bulgaris in front with Liam and Zaikira walking towards you.
Just gonna
And you
act
see
like I
her.
completely know what's going on.
And you remember that she was behind you.
Bulgarius was too drunk to question it, so he just turns around and goes back.
He starts walking the other way. Past Zaikira, past Liam.
I look at him like, I mean, why?
There's just tons of magic happening here, and I don't have any more dispel magics to end this maze madness.
I mean, I could, but then I'd only have one level 2 spell slot left. And who even knows if this is magic?
Okay,
I
fine. I'll
know.
figure it out if it's magic. I'm gonna use sense magic.
Oh, okay.
Would you really waste him?
So, Alessa, as you can't cast that, you shudder at how much magic there is around you. This is insane. You've never felt something so strong. It's basically feels as Rush took his hammer and smacked you in the side of his head as hard as he could. It's splitting for just a second, and then you drop it, and you're fine.
Okay.
Do I see her?
Yeah, she
react?
winces in pain visibly.
What? What's wrong?
There's a lot of magic.
It's the wizard's magic.
Ah,
I don't
You
think
see-
he likes
Stronger
that
than
we're
anything I've
in
ever felt.
You see your voice
Perhaps.
again. It's the wizard's magic.
his.
popping that dispel magic, boys.
What about me? What happened to me?
You're fine at the moment. You dispel magic, and seemingly you see the hallway changes, and all of a sudden, everything appears to be upside down.
Whoa.
And there's a
God, more
staircase
magic.
that leads
Wait.
downwards but upwards.
Well, shouldn't he have? So the dispel magic didn't work because the date's too powerful.
Can I use this?
Maybe. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we can't see it, so.
For a minute per level of the spell you expand, you can sense like whether, like,
Black magic?
yeah.
Okay. Same thing.
It's just
Oh, that's right. You
powerful.
can't see this. No, it's primeval awareness. Like, would that work on this?
I mean, what type of creature do you want to sense?
The wizard?
Do you know what type of creature a wizard is?
No.
Alright.
Don't know, celestial, I guess.
Alright, you want to try Celestial?
Sure, why not?
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, what do I do?
Just click the spell.
Oh, because
I did. You can't see it.
She's
Oh, that's right.
offline, so she's
That's
getting
right,
her
that's
rolls,
right,
but...
that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, okay. So, you see, you sense, and you feel it like there, and then next, then away from you, and then you realize it's moving. It's almost like it's bouncing from place to place, and it's just, you see exactly where whatever the main part of this entity is, but you can't keep track of it as it's moving quickly around the house.
Where's that robot voice?
And you hear it. You hear a voice. I see you.
We all hear this, or just
No,
Celeste?
only she does in her head.
Okay, cool.
We see you. They see you.
Fuck.
We just want to talk, please.
Can I try to talk back to them?
Sure.
She's just gonna say, we need your help. There's been some type of curse that's been put on us, and we need help getting rid of it.
You hear behind all of you hear behind you. Is that so?
Ooh. I turn around.
You hear a footstep.
Hello.
What kind of curse would this be?
I point to my
I
horn.
think it was called the something of the eye, and I'm just gonna point to my arm.
And I
Okay.
point to my horn. And
As you see a person start to materialize, I'm just going to throw him up here just to give you a visual representation of this person.
Internet's back.
Woo! This is the image that you're given.
Okay.
That is a dude.
You see, it's a man in a very almost pajama-like kind of
I'm
robe
gonna have to reload.
and cap. That's seems like just like a sleeping cap.
Mhm.
He has more of a kind of a darker-ish skin tone, but eyes are pure white, and he has a smug smile on his face. I would say the curse of the lifeless eye. Nothing
Sounds about
to
right.
That one.
be too worried about, of course. You have a week or so to live.
Can you help us, please?
Yes, we can. I'm sure we could.
We?
We.
I look
Just looks
behind
at you.
him and then look back at him.
You see
Okay.
nothing but him.
Okay.
You see he moves a little closer, just almost like a mist
Ooh.
fades towards you through Alessa and goes right up to you and just kind of is looking very intently. He's like this close to your face, just looking at your features.
Mhm.
You
Well-
see he like sniffs you like
God.
just like very close, very just
I want to cast Thaumaturgy. I don't even know how to pronounce that. And I want to playfully make my eyes white as well and be like, I can do that too, while he's right in front of me.
you see the mist drops to the floor and then comes back up.
Mhm.
He changes to you with normal eyes. I can do that too. He copies your voice perfectly.
Wait, hang on, fun. Hang on.
You see all
I
this.
wanna do
Where am I
Caroline's voice
in
as
all
well.
of this?
You're standing right near them, actually.
I wanna do Caroline's voice as well and say I
You
can
see
do
that
too.
you walked backwards and then you came up behind them again.
You're still stuck in that loop.
You're just like walking by them.
Oh,
like,
hey guys, where'd you come from?
Lol.
Can I turn around and like very seriously ask, can you help us? We'll do whatever you need from us.
You see his form shifts briefly. He gets really close to you, Alessa. He appears as Elazura for a second, then back to his form that you saw him, right in your face, and then back. We could help you. Question is, do we want to?
Can you please?
For what reason?
So that we don't die?
What if it is your time to die? What if it is what they have decided?
You don't actually believe that, do you?
You don't actually believe that, do you?
I want to keep persuading him, to be honest. We also have a little girl with us, and she really does need help.
You mean this one? You see he has a vision, like poofs all of a sudden, of her in his arms.
Yes,
I think
that
I
one.
lost it.
I'm trying to keep my cool, so I'm just like, yeah, no, that one. That's the girl.
You see he
She's been
snaps
through
and
a
just,
lot.
she just starts on fire and just starts screaming, and it's horrible, just like screaming, burning sound. He's just looking at you directly.
Could you
And it just
please help her?
disappears. Do you even know what she is? Do any of you know what she is?
No, but does that change the fact that we want to help her?
She's the one that cursed you, maybe. Is it? Yes. No. Not her.
Gregarious is completely fascinated by this guy.
So Gary's looking around like, oh, oh, oh.
This was the best beer ever.
He's tripping.
Would you like another beer?
Do you have more?
Oh my god.
Do you have more?
Wow.
You see in your hands is a beer that is the size of you.
He's chugging.
I can't magic these people because they're more powerful than me.
We're having so much fun. Perhaps we could help you. Perhaps you should stay. Perhaps we could look.
Okay.
You see he puts a hand out towards moving close. He just starts sliding towards you. It's about forehead level. Just, we'll look.
I let it happen.
You see he puts a hand on your forehead. You feel it starts to get very cold.
Whoa.
Like ice. More so than you've ever been used to. Colder than Zara. It starts to burn, and then all of a sudden, you see that her eyes go white. And then it seems like her mouth and ears seem to be glowing as well. And she just, like, stiffens.
The girl?
No, this is you.
Oh, fuck.
This is what they see. For you, your vision goes black for a second. And it goes from the moment you're born. Memories you don't even fully remember. And just rapidly goes forward and faster and faster and faster and faster until it's overwhelming. It stops and it goes back. It goes here, and you can't even make sense of things that you remember. Painful things, happy things, horrible things, life lessons, things that were great for you but tough for others. Friends, family, people you've lost, people you don't remember. Faces, people. And it's getting too much. The voices all coming in at once. It's overwhelming din of just noise. Just visions of color and blur. It's all one. And then
shit.
you're back in the hallway.
Uh-huh.
And you don't remember it, but you're on the ground.
Okay.
What all of you saw is as soon as he let go, she stiffened and just crumpled to the ground, writhing, as her eyes still glue white, and now they're just they go back to normal, and she able to push herself up, feeling very sore.
I'm
Taste the
angry.
blood in your mouth.
And I want to, like, freaking. This is not gonna work, but this is what her response would be. She's gonna try to fire hellish rebuke at the guy.
You see as he shudders and just he fades for a second.
Don't.
We didn't like that. We didn't like that.
I didn't like that either. She yelled.
You said we could look. So we looked. And what did we find?
What are they looking at?
I'm
see that
looking
it-
at him very intrigued. Like, what does that even mean?
We
I
propose
like
a-
this guy.
We propose a trade. Yours for the curse.
My what?
All of yours for the curse.
Our what?
You know. We want. We looked. We keep.
I look back at
Most.
everyone else and I look back at him. I don't know what's happening.
You see that half of him disappears for a second. There's only one half. And then it appears on the other side of him like a weird mirror effect. And it's like connects to the wall and like moves around either side of you, circling. Now you're in a circular room. We wanted to look. We saw what we liked. We will keep it for the curse. Keep it for the curse. And you also notice now that the girl and Lily and Rush are here as well. In the circular room. They're looking around. They notice you. They notice him. What's going on? The little girl just nestles into Rush's big arms. Do we have a deal?
You need to be more clear. What are you
We
taking?
were clear.
Is she
We
done?
wanted. She's done out of it. She's out of this to everybody.
No, I mean, is her part done? Like, Alessa would be asking if her part of the deal would be complete already.
No, we saw. We only saw. We want to keep
What do you want to keep?
yours.
Our memories?
You see, she smiles.
Would we still have them, or would you take them and leave us with nothing?
We would keep them. Most of them.
Fuck it, I'm in.
I
You
step
see-
forward to.
You see one of them puts a hand on your face, just up against it, hand almost one finger into your eye, painfully. You drop. You see as she drops to the floor, not moving. You see as the stone disappears.
Plugarius
Stone?
sees that everyone's getting their faces touched, and he's like, I want my face touched too.
Oh my god.
You see he bends down to you, then changes size, fades in, and the same size as you. He puts both hands, both two fingers going in each, one finger going in each ear, and just same thing. He drops to the ground, not moving, seemingly unconscious.
I'm gonna go up to him and be like, you have to tell me before you do this, who or what is this girl?
The girl is a witch, just like the one you saw,
Okay.
just from a different one. She, the little one, sworn to be protected by a knight. She is Margot's witch. The other is Nearth. He puts a hand on you, right on your nose,
Mhm.
grabbing it almost, and you fall to the floor unconscious. He looks over to Liam, looks over to Lily. He's like, it's a manacle grin on his face right now. Who's next? We would like to have some fun. He looks at Liam and slides forward in that ghostly way.
Like you could find a good memory in my brain.
You see he taps your forehead. He finds one of the best moments of your life. And it plays through your eyes.
Like I would miss it.
You see he grabs under your
motherfucker.
he grabs under your chins. Same thing. You fall unconscious. Then goes over to Lily and to Rush. They're kind of arguing at first, but then they agree. Little girl. He walks towards, but then all of you are unconscious. All of you don't remember. And then you wake up.
Oh.
You're in a snowy field, but it's not that cold. There's no wind. Few trees around. You sit up looking around you. You don't know anything. Who you are, whose people's around you. You see there are 5 if you're not counting yourself. And then it begins to get very warm. Sun comes out. You look up. It's blinding you a little bit. And that's where we'll end our one shot.
Cool. Oh, that was intense and crazy. What did we just go through? We someone spiked our drink in the middle of this in the beginning of this one shot, and we just had to go along for the ride.
I'm like dropping in and out, so it's a good thing that we're ending now because like breaking.
For Alessa, it would have been probably a very easy choice.
To get rid of all your past memories. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't lived that great of a
easy
life
choice
either
for
as a
Liam, too.
tiefling. So
Not
it'd
really.
probably
It's
be
all
like I
y'all
want to be able to
everything.
perform. And
He had a lot of victories he cherished.
You know why it was an easy choice with my backstory.
You haven't seen mine.
Yeah. That was
Alrighty.
cool.
Anyway,
Thank you,
guys,
Purple.
thank you so much for playing in this game. As we had Rush and Lily and Plugareth and Zaikira and Liam and Alessa. I enjoyed having them play. Hopefully they did as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully we'll might have this even up on YouTube. I try to edit it maybe down a little bit, add some, just nicen it up a little. But we will have the VOD up until we put it on YouTube, and we'll probably let everybody know. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching in the VOD, thank you for coming back and watching. Hope you had an awesome Halloween, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
It's November 1st, by the way.
Oh God, no! Stop